Hey, and there we are. Welcome to Game 12 of the Root Winter Tournament. My name is Guerric. This is Lily.
Hello.
We have some wonderful competitors today. We have Morrow.
Hi.
We have Linen.
Hello.
We have Ultcyber.
Hi.
And we have Harry.
Hello.
I have briefed them on the rules. We have ourselves a faction pool. Everyone, good luck. Have fun. Remember, I'm here if you need me. And y'all can take it away.
Big question. You see the first Badgers game.
Right, I need to make a decision here.
Yeah.
All right.
As well.
We should be good to commentate.
Yeah.
Chat, let me know if sound is weird in any way.
Is it too soon to be asking what people's opinions are?
It's never too soon to ask.
Enjoy full seat for what it is.
So
I appreciate that the faction pool actually threw Badgers in after I started advertising with Badgers.
Summer, I guess.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm thinking summer too.
Well, I have a choice. Because I'm last draft.
Oh, I see.
Hat on the cat jumping in there, or Harry, or whatever you want.
Yeah, he said either is fine.
It's for
Now
both
you all
for the
seal my
viewers
fate.
who don't realize I'm talking about Harry since you introduced him as such.
Fair. So we have autumn map. Let's take a look at the clearing suits. They are
Including summer.
Go.
summer map. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's actually pretty evenly dispersed.
Yeah, that's a nice distribution.
Yeah, there's not. I don't see any three in a
Between
rows
Morrows and
anywhere.
Woodland. That's where I am.
Still a great map for lizards, but they're not here. I'm disappointed. I
This
love
has-
how wonky my shirt has become
Why not
on
do something?
from the green.
Yeah,
It's just going all over the place.
it's in real life. It's yellow.
Yeah, this is a yellow shirt. Okay. We got
Got it.
badgers. Not badgers. Whoa.
Yeah, those are moles.
Those are moles. Wow. I'm gonna pretend like I'm jet lagged or something.
Yeah.
Is that a good excuse?
That's. I mean, nobody knows except for the people that know, and they know you're lying.
I mean, everyone who was watching yesterday might know I'm lying.
Just 5.
10:30 plane ride is not the best thing.
This one was pulled out, I guess. And then this one goes down here.
All right.
And I should be done.
So moles
I'm
setting up
stuck
on that
before I
fox
go.
edge,
Mistake on the first step.
but taking soft control of
yeah.
2 double slot bunny clearings, which is good.
I do especially appreciate that one of those bunny clearings is upside
Alright.
down moles.
So
Yes.
if you didn't take the woodland, I'll take it.
Okay, so I was gonna say this is a great map for Woodland Alliance. I was a little surprised Morrow picked it just
I
for
don't
that
really have
reason.
any setup besides
Fair.
choosing the cards.
Very
Let's go
fair.
with. Let's see. I think I'm gonna discard this one. And that one. Yeah. Okay. So these are the cards I want to discard.
Yeah, I think you can hold off until the full draft is done, and then
Oh, really? Okay.
so it's after everyone's gone.
Yeah, it's the second day in a row that people have tried to draft their hands
Alright,
immediately.
so no setup from me.
It's so easy because you're like, I got my plan. But
Yeah.
it's like, you want to make your full plan after
Yeah.
everyone's drafted.
Okay, so I'm done.
All right, come on, Badgers.
Oh, thief!
Badgers fans.
No!
Sorry.
I don't know if Morrow will
Everything I didn't want to happen.
choose Badgers because I don't feel like they're comfortable with it.
Yeah, I don't. I know. Morrow was very nervous about being forced into Badgers, and they.
Badgers and Corvids are not the.
Yeah, they've been put into a tough spot here.
Change that. So
Okay, some interesting quests for the Vagabond to start off with. It is Thief.
Ooh.
Thief has been a heavy hitter in the tournament so far, getting
It's true.
close to a win in both of its games.
I mean, currently,
Caw.
they've got two
Hello.
quests that they can go off of. Them Corvids.
Corvids.
No Badgers.
No Badgers. I'm sorry, everyone.
So
I'm sorry.
sorry.
can I get like a hidden zone for these plots, or can I just draw it myself?
I think hidden zone will be materialized in front of you in the period where we're not in the lobby.
Yeah, but I have to.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we can blindfold if you want, or
Okay, that's drawn.
It's an interesting mix, but
Yeah,
I
that's
am
fine.
sad that we are not seeing badgers.
Yeah, I think Badgers hate Woodland Alliance, but at the same time, against moles and Vagabond, they would have had a fairly open map that they would have liked.
Right now, my concern is like the thief is going to be the main person policing those moles.
Yeah,
The
no,
thief has
this
to just attack, go after the moles like there's no tomorrow.
I very much want to see Woodland Alliance set up shop in mole territory and
Yeah.
stay there
Yeah.
all game because that's maybe the
Just
only
have
thing that
them
can
in.
keep
Three
moles in
players
check.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the hard part is then like what do Corvids do? Who
Corvids.
balances the Corvids? Is it just the thief balancing everyone?
I was gonna say the Corvids being trash balances the Corvids, but no, I'm kidding. This is
The Corvids won the first game of the tournament.
this is potentially a good situation for Corvids.
So,
If people are too caught up with
Jesus.
keeping
Here.
moles in check, maybe Corvids can slip in.
Here.
I think more traditionally, Corvids would prefer a very tightly entangled
Yeah.
game where they can try to sneak in, like we saw in game 1, where everyone was so close and
This is that.
they managed to eke it out from
Yep, hand draft. Great.
that fact that it was so tightly entangled. I don't know whether an open map is necessarily the best for Corvids, but it might work.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. They're gonna play ball. And this is the moment of truth on whether we can do it right.
All right, hit done first. I believe in everyone, always.
Doing great. Yeah, see, Coyote, they didn't pick Badgers.
We all leave, right?
That's the one. Yeah. Oh, we need to.
Someone has to hit done first.
Yeah, turn
done.
hands down and then hit done.
They got it. I'm proud of them.
Me, right?
Yep.
All right.
All right, and now we go in and have some fun.
Yep. I need to turn tools on so I can change that to purple before anyone comes back and sees it. I need to delete these dice before anyone gets any funny ideas.
Oh, everyone else
You know
deleted
who
their
you
dice.
are.
Any commentators shout at us, so I'm assuming we did that right.
And then I think the
Hopefully.
only other thing you need to do is turn on turns.
Yeah, I will do that in a moment.
You don't need to color for that.
Yeah. Turns.
Ooh.
And now I can turn off my HUD. Alright.
Yeah, Step by Rudy Badgers are
Uh,
not getting the
craft.
love. But hopefully soon.
I'll craft a charm offensive.
Is everyone?
Oh, I'm
I
not
don't-
even back
Oh,
in
yeah,
yet.
everyone,
Okay. I should pay more attention.
Morrow just trying to get to it.
Yeah, they were like, let's go.
Now I'm back.
these cards need to go on the deck, don't they?
Oh yeah, yeah they do.
Uh-oh.
And probably we'll shuffle that up. Can.
Okay, we gotta shuffle.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming. I'll craft a charm offensive.
Ooh, Charm Offensive
Okay.
in the hands of the Corvids is an interesting.
Flip this
Crap.
extortion.
Would have guessed.
Makes sense.
I know it's a shock. The hidden zone was so necessary.
So this is a good start for Corvids.
Yeah, because if they get a card, that means they can just exert. They don't need to worry about
Right.
On you
drawing.
now.
Right, so Charm Offensive allows you to draw and exert.
Clearing names. This is Mouse.
I get Mouse and Bunny mixed up so much, so
It-
I totally understand where they're coming from. I don't know why I do. So some points I'm just like,
It's
I'm going
really-
orange, I'm going yellow, because
It's really common actually, and it is
I don't think Fox is
right. Like
mistaken.
there's no reason why it should happen, but
No.
everyone does it.
I just see
Ears, I
two
swear to God.
ears that are rounded, and that's
Right.
my brain just is like combine them.
Free actions.
Oh,
But yeah, to finish my point, Charm Offensive happens before Exert, so you're allowed to use Charm Offensive and then choose to Exert, which is
here.
very powerful for Corvids.
that's fair.
Getting
is
that extra
fair.
action every turn. The downside is, of course, you are handing out points. In a tightly entangled game, that's not necessarily the worst thing because, everybody's keeping each other in check. In a game like this, maybe you can feed the Vagabond.
Yeah, I would
since-
think the Vagabond would be the only person I'd be comfortable feeding.
Yeah, like that's which sounds like nonsense to anybody unfamiliar with the meta of this tournament so far. But Despot Infamy means that the Vagabond actually could use a tiny bit of help from the
Yeah,
table.
double move.
And
Good
I think
evening.
that's going to work out nicely.
Choose
of
not to
course.
exert. I will draw 2 cards.
Okay, so
And not using Charm
They-
Offensive.
yeah, they
Go.
no, they did.
Ooh.
They did
Oh,
use charm
ooh.
offensive. Oh wait, yeah, no.
Charm offensive. Whatever. I missed it.
Yeah.
He missed charm. Yeah, that makes sense. They missed charm offensive. So
Yeah, they.
okay, but yeah.
I was like, I was following what they did, and they definitely missed it.
So they
No,
just
what
plotted
people's
once
names
and then
on
did some
taking that will
movements,
be,
is
but
what I
it does
saw.
say start of evening, and I
Yeah.
did miss it. So
Yeah,
hit-
I guess for
they
some
hit and
small
turn.
things like that, we should.
You hit
go.
and
What did you
turn
get
and
that
stun.
one VP for?
uh,
Sorry.
revealing the extortion.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what their third action was, but I.
All
can't
right,
seem to
I'm
figure
gonna
that out.
slip into here.
I
Going
feel like
to
I actually
X-Store.
like the Vagabond starting farther away from old territory and then following the train into old
Excellent.
territory.
It worked out nicely here. Yes, I do agree though, because you want to restrict the mole's building slots as long as you can. Just in case they wanted to try and go into some sort of build heavy strategy from the right off the bat, like Mole Mart or
And
something
now
like
the
that.
Vagabond can complete all of those quests.
Yes, that's perfect for the Vagabond for questing.
What clearing are they in?
That's-
Make a friend.
Okay, aiding.
Crows.
Let's see.
Okay, they're gonna have to wait a little bit to get that quest done because they're in mouse.
What was it a third
You're
one fox or
welcome.
was it a mouse? I can't.
That
My
was
memory
the
is
last
that
one
of an
I wanted
ant.
for the entire game.
Fox,
It's
okay,
Fox.
okay.
They also don't want to do that one yet though because that requires a
He
torch.
promised.
That's fair. That's
So
fair.
for the first 4 turns, maybe fewer if the next ruin has a hammer in it. The Vagabond is going to want to be exploring, which means the Vagabond is not going to want to do any torch quests in the early game.
That's fair. That's fair. Having 2 torch quests,
And I
that's kind of hurt me.
Yes,
hurt
I
them.
will
Yeah.
move
But maybe they can get through it in the
Here.
mid game and have better
Oh.
quests for the late game.
and make another friend.
He's going friend
Aid the
heavy.
moles.
I would not have aided the moles before the first turn, but I don't know.
I like aiding. I
do
am
like
a big
aiding.
big advocate of aiding people right off the bat in
These swords are for
The game now.
aiding. Proper aiding swords.
Oh my god, Lennon, that makes me really happy.
And
I'm not gonna
then
lie, a
draw
part of me
card.
is rooting for this Vagabond.
And we.
No, I would be perfectly happy to see a Vagabond win in this meta.
Okay.
As of right now,
Just gonna
Vagabond is the only
use the
faction in
3
this
supporters to
pool that
put.
Ah.
Sorry, moles.
I
well,
again
officially,
in my
Officially,
heart.
in your heart,
In
I
my heart,
know.
Thief has won a game.
but officially,
I
on
mean no
paper,
harm.
that would be the case.
At least in all of them.
Okay.
Maybe one.
You
Nope,
mean all the harm?
nope.
Yeah,
Yep,
doing things out of
Nope,
order
yep,
but
nope.
correct.
That will
Yeah.
be
we got there.
2 points.
All right. Well, like you wanted the
Wow, I believe you.
the moles. Yeah.
yeah.
Let's list every faction before I say the right one.
And
No, I don't want to be famous.
then I'm
What?
gonna
Get out of here.
mobilize
I want to be unknown and
2
obscure.
cards. And
Notification is important.
do nothing
No.
in the evening.
It's not important.
And I
Um,
draw.
But yeah, like you'd
One
wanted the
card.
Woodland Alliance set up in Mole's territory, which is
Fighting.
good.
Yeah, that's great for the table
Those
balance.
2 cards.
Dungeon, I don't know
What
where
could
you
they
are.
be?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Recruit 1. Do you want me to move the burrow closer to the board or keep it here?
I think it's basically irrelevant. We all know it's there.
Okay.
All right,
I know
over the
some
Morrow
people
and
that
Cat on the
mix
Hat
people.
have the
Um,
accents that just make me happy.
I
love
yes,
their
we do have some nice
accents.
accents on display today.
This makes me really happy.
Unruly fists that have
Why are all these cute critters fighting? Because war.
You don't wanna
I mean,
waste
have you
your
ever
2
seen a cute
actions
critter?
just
They're
on
always
them.
fighting.
I don't want to waste.
Yeah, this is gonna hit really
Not doing
quickly.
anything
I
about
think
it.
this is gonna be a pretty spicy game.
Um,
Our cute critter is somewhere.
I thought I saw her pass
No,
by.
she's in the room. I know she's here. I don't know where she is.
There she is.
I see her.
Bum,
Wildcat.
bum, bum. All right, I should focus.
Okay.
yeah, I think I don't have the cards to be taking these out straight away.
Lily
I will
surreptitiously
sacrifice-
pulls out her knitting.
Shh.
And
It's
then
not knitting. Thank you very
sway.
much.
I'm sorry, I don't know the technical term for that one.
It's crocheting.
Crocheting.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. My
Knitting
talent's
has
vagabond.
more than 2
Very
needles or
useful.
more.
As
Crocheting
you are
only has
welcome.
1. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we'll go for the Brigadier.
There's the
Hey,
cat.
there's our critter.
Make
Found her. Oh,
putting the ground.
That'll be hard. There's
poor
no
Gigi's
resistance
like,
in
what
this
the
game,
hell's happening?
But
Well, at least we didn't
Let her go
not
there.
pick them.
Don't go on the
So
keyboard.
these are all coming back to
But
me.
she wants to.
I just need the commentary to
Yep,
understand.
there's the
if
marquee.
If I'd had the option.
And yeah, just drawing the one card.
All right, getting Bridget. It's a solid first turn. That sympathy is very annoying,
Oh.
but I would sacrifice a clearing to
How do
get
I
Bridget
play
out turn
this
1.
game? Jesus.
Mhm. I'm curious.
So
Why
I
is
think
that crow? The
the,
crow in the
yeah,
bottom right
straw
corner.
system
Is it much
tokens.
larger
I'll
than
craft
that
a
mole? Because it feels like it is, and I don't know what's happening. It is. Okay. Okay. The crows are just larger than the moles.
I'm perfectly happy to
Well,
like.
the moles are
keep
short
my
little
own,
boys.
but it doesn't sound like
Gotcha.
it'd be my problem.
Thanks for that one.
I'll flip another extortion.
Another
Ooh,
extortion. Okay, so
That's dangerous.
that's dangerous. That's great to get your card draw online. Less great
I'll spend.
to take one plot entirely out of the running for the other players to guess. You've now lowered
This card. I got
all
sent
guesses from 1 in
earlier.
4 to 1 in 3.
Yeah.
To recruit in.
I'm curious if they will go the I want to be in clearance with no other person kind of a thing going.
I think they should. I mean, there's no reason Corvids need to go mess with badgers or moles if they don't have to.
clearance,
Yeah.
I think.
Except for the occasion where they're just like, I have to recruit in the clearing.
I'm hearing that both of my aided cards
Yeah.
are very useful for both factions that were aided.
Otterman, Yep.
Daylight. I will plot up in this top left fox clearing.
Are we seeing a setup for soup kitchens at this moment? We now have one plot in each suit.
Return of the soup.
I don't know that this is a game where soup kitchens is
I'll plot in this bottom fox clearing.
important for Corvids,
This
but
is interesting. I'm curious why they're choosing to plot where they can't.
well, I'm assuming they're going to move with their remaining action and exert.
I forgot the exert.
Ah,
That's where my thinking fell apart.
Either that, or they are under the very common
I will.
misbelief that you can flip plots without a warrior
Move.
there.
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are.
move.
Oh,
I think Morrow is relatively experienced with the game.
This Corvid warrior over here, and then
give them a
evening.
card.
I will not forget the charm offensive.
You have to give the Woodland Alliance a
Ooh,
card.
yeah, don't forget Outrage.
I'll give the moles a point.
Thank you.
Ultcyber should have caught that.
And this was the
then-
moment that we'll look back on and say, if we didn't do
Yeah.
that, maybe we could have stopped the moles.
No, you'll have forgotten. It'll be the stream who says that. I'll then exert and battle that sympathy token. I'll roll the dice for aesthetic, but
I would have. Do remember to hear about ambush before rolling. Not that it matters in this case, but
Yeah, okay. Though you didn't ask for ambush.
I did not know.
I guess you
And I
can.
have one.
Oh, really?
Fair enough.
If
I
they
agree, it's
revolt,
important these
if they
sympathies
want to revolt in that
We
clearing,
gotta
perhaps.
do all we can.
I mean, my first thought was maybe Woodland Alliance really wanted to revolt on the Vagabond, but that's not going to happen. The Vagabond's going to move out of there before the revolt happens. So
Sure.
Wait, so do we just get a double ambush?
Corvid.
yeah, a counter ambush. Yeah,
Very
Thank you.
lost.
yeah. This is a very
The charm offensive, didn't you?
interesting turn.
Yeah.
This is
Sorry, I'm aware of, like, I
spicy.
should technically be letting you handle that point, but it's my card generating it.
Yeah,
So my brain just like skips over it.
that's all right.
I do not draw because of the exertion, and then I will end my turn.
So long as you're picking the score up and not down, I don't mind.
So that was a very confusing
You've caught on to my next conspiracy.
set of actions
Yeah.
for me. Not just the moving in to battle it, also the using of an ambush to protect it, and the using of a counter ambush to nullify it. That's
To do.
a lot of effort to remove that sympathy
But the other thing
or to protect
is
it.
they left their plots without warriors.
Right.
So
Also,
they can't
and
even, they're not flipping them, but maybe they're trying to
it's-
sandbag a little bit? I
could-
don't know.
Maybe they're raids. It's possible.
They could be raids, or maybe Morrow's planning on playing a Fox recruit next turn, and then just setting up the turn after that.
It's possible. it's not the worst thing to have some sort of syncopation like that to have a flip turn, have a non-flip turn, a flip turn, non-flip turn. I just find it surprising.
I would agree.
To here, let's explore.
Yeah, so now this is the interesting ramification of Vagabond circling around like this, is now we're opening up mole clearings.
Get 1 point.
That said, Vagabond is now next to a bunny clearing where they could quest.
Let's
The issue is they would probably want to move back out
take a move into here.
afterwards. They don't get revolted on,
And
but that's
let's
doable.
Quest.
I like it.
Okay.
Expel some bandits for 2
I think
cards.
what I would like to see is I want to see them aid the Woodland Alliance before peacing out, because they've got the T.
Exhausting that T is dangerous.
That's fair.
And
That's fair.
then
I would almost rather have the all 5 refresh than exhausting the T at this moment.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I definitely would get out of there.
move again because we don't want to get blown up.
Yep. There you go. Exactly.
Okay. I will draw 1 card.
I like this kind of weird balance
And
of
be done.
the Vagabond doing one end, the other end, and then just jumping between the chain.
It's working.
Right.
It's working.
So-
I mean, the inefficiency
Balls are going to
there
blow you up, but
is
yeah,
not being able to use
so
those
I
boots
want
to
one
aid or something like
feature.
that. But
Mhm.
it's
If
working out.
Yeah.
It's
if you
it's
handle
solid.
them, basically.
Handle them. You'll be
Ultcyber with
Well, just
only
just one
3
clearing.
supporters when
Okay.
But
you should
I
have 4,
have to get
and that's
the-
going
If you
to
want,
have
I
a pretty big impact.
I can let you
Would it be
choose which
four?
one do you prefer.
Is it-
One for moving in, one for removing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's a
I
bunny
think
or
they
fox.
only
It's
didn't they only
really
mobilize
weird.
one card?
I was really hoping the back.
Well, my point is, if they only got one of the cards out of the 2,
No. I'm
This one
saying
gets rid of a crutch,
last
doesn't
turn he put only 1 card
No,
into
but
his supporters from his
I don't
hand
have a
because he had
plot.
2
I
cards
don't
in his
have
hand
a
still.
token here.
So where did that other
Can
card
I
come
do
from?
this?
Oh,
This
yeah,
one
yeah.
what do you mean
or
where
this
the
one?
Da-da-da-da-da.
He would have had 2 cards in his hand because one was the ambush. And he had a 3-card hand, so only one of them would have gone into
It's up to you. I mean, obviously, I've got a tunnel here.
So then he's
Yeah.
3
Alright.
cards in his
Oh.
supporters. So I
Okay.
think they caught it.
yeah, maybe Ultcyber got it and just didn't
Well,
say anything.
Yeah, I think they caught it.
But I
Well,
didn't.
Koga says that he got it.
Blow
So.
this
Oh.
up.
Okay.
Sorry, you handle your own pieces. So,
Wait,
But
are we
with
still going to
my-
moving outrage? Now I'm confused.
Yeah, I didn't remember seeing the Corvids pay for it. Is the
I don't
thing.
remember the Corvids paying
2
for it. I
cards.
wonder if they didn't have the cards.
2 cards, 2.
No, they had the cards because they had a bird ambush.
Yep.
No. Oh.
Uh,
right.
So like,
base.
I'm very confused now.
right? See, like,
I'm just curious where that 3rd card
And-
came from.
A warrior.
Whatever.
I get 1 officer.
the numbers aren't adding up. But I swear I didn't
The
see.
card numbers are adding
Spread
up, but
sympathy.
everything else isn't.
Do I want to do it?
Because no one else would have given the
oh, why
Woodland
not?
Alliance. Charm Offensive gives
Fine.
points, not
Don't
cards.
forget this one here.
Okay. No, I need 2 supporters to spread another sympathy. So
No, that's what they're saying. You got one sitting out.
You should have this on your board,
Yeah,
I think.
this one should be here.
Oh yeah.
So you,
thanks. Okay, so I go to daylight. Cannot craft anything.
Well, I'm
And
officially
then I
lost.
can mobilize.
I'm gonna have to. I'm curious to play back the tape on that one and see what happened.
And in the evening, I can
wonder
just recruit another
if
guy in my base.
Ultcyber drew a card from the
And
deck.
that's all for me. I draw 1 card.
Right. I'm
something
wondering if
to,
he
like,
he took
balance
it
it
upon
out.
himself to do that without saying anything.
2 cards.
Right.
2 card. All right, 2 cards.
That said, I like Woodland Alliance setting up shop here.
Yeah.
That is-
I like this. It's one of
my turn.
a good clearing for them is to see them set up shop.
to keep
Like moving past a potential rules error. I do like how that turn played out.
I
Yes.
will recruit.
I mean, I will always love to see boat builders from
I
the
should
Woodland
learn
Alliance
however
right
people's
now.
factions
That would
work.
make me just make
That's
play.
important.
Corvid planners would be the real
helps,
craft
that
right now, or
helps.
propaganda bureau.
Or
So you
any
say you
all
want
3 of them.
the revolting turn 3 on another. Well,
No, I want.
your kindness knows no bounds.
Yeah.
As far you as do you start doing something with the crows?
Yep.
The table already like we need to check the crows.
I
would be good,
mean,
wouldn't
they're
it?
in the lead.
That would be good.
I do think that the Vagabond is
Alas.
going to be a bit of unwashed in this game, or underestimated maybe.
Well, I think that's not necessarily a bad thing for the
Yeah,
Vagabond in this meta. I think
Room to be getting over
I think we're in a we're in an environment now where Vagabond is much more like the happy helper going around, helping people out and
Excuse me?
doing minor policing.
Mhm.
So I don't think it's a bad thing for Vagabond to be ignored as much now, because the Vagabond's entangled in other ways now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Although I will say the Vagabond is pretty happy right now because they have 2 bunny quests in their display.
I think
After
I
already
want to
completing a
spend
bunny quest.
tunnels.
Yes, yes.
To dig. And I don't like how far away I've got to go. Basically, between sitting on the rabbit
I
base.
didn't know that
and
you could hire a
sitting on top of the
Vagabond.
crows.
That's good to know.
I think quote unquote hire.
No, clearly they work just like mercenaries.
I feel like crows can go out of control, and maybe I should have some presence over there.
So this is interesting. I would have probably preferred to see this happen in the double slot bunny clearing above.
Recruit.
I know having that. I know
Yeah, won't.
getting a move to go down there in battle is harder, but
No, I'll move over here for first daylight action.
I would rather see them setting up shop in a
And
double
then
bunny
next
clearing
action,
than in
I
a single
will,
bunny
to
clearing.
this plot.
Cool.
Do you ambush me? You
I do
can if
not.
you- No, and I remove a warrior for the
Embedded agents.
embedded agents.
And apparently it was not a raid.
And then
I'm
I
surprised to see that
think-
Over the Morrow left those so
well,
undefended.
Yeah, I don't.
Especially with Mole's ability to just pop
so
up anywhere.
I won't take out the
Yeah.
plot. And maybe we can revisit that another time. But I will. So I won't use my second battle, and then I will sway. Hopefully, I've done this right. Yep. I will sway.
Okay, they just
with,
discarded the
false
bunny
orders again,
card for
and
dig.
these 2 cards
I see
Yes.
what happened.
for
Okay.
Yes.
the mare.
Revealing false orders, smuggler's trail, and a visit to friends. That's a fox, bunny, which they have to get mayor. Dream team double combo.
So yeah, they use the brigadier
And
to
then
do the
These
first
come back to
battle.
me, and I draw 1 card.
Hi, cat. Yes, cat. I love you too.
Ugh.
All right. So the moment of truth. Does Morrow try to flip? No. Does Morrow try to flip that
I
plot?
will spend this bird card to recruit
No. Okay.
in rabbit clearings.
I don't think they'd be able to.
No, they wouldn't be able to. My question is, would they attempt to? Because it's a
I
common
see.
misconception. But no, they appear to know what they're doing in that regard.
Come on, cat. Just sit over here slightly more.
I don't think she's
Daylight
going to
actions.
cooperate.
Great.
She sometimes cooperates with me. See? Sometimes.
Do you need more room? I could scoot over to the left a tiny bit if you want.
Perfect. Now I've got the cat completely aligned with the mic.
Plot here.
Yep, this is what's happening.
Oh, plotting right on top of moles.
Ooh, interesting.
I mean, I guess one argument would be if the moles are going to take things to you, you take things to them. But I don't know. I think I'd still prefer to see Corvids trying to take advantage of the very open map.
The empty space, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the moles have some reach beyond the 5. The rest of them are 5.
Yeah, what? So Vagabond is 5, moles are 8, so we're at 13 from that.
Oh man, someone's on it.
Oh, there you go.
Evening, charm offensive, Woodland Alliance a point.
It's 21, wow.
Wait, no.
No.
Corvids aren't 5.
Thanks.
Corvids are
Chucking them too
3?
many.
Is Woodland Alliance 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Draw.
Okay, so 19.
3 cards.
Yeah, 8, 5, 3, 3.
We're doing math.
19.
Math time. I like it.
Which is
Go.
legal for adventurous players and or for ad set, not for the 21 reach
Refresh,
safe
1, 2,
target.
3, 4, 5.
Yep, okay, so we got that full refresh, which I like seeing.
It's fair. It's fair.
So what does Vagabond do now? Do they continue exploring to look for that hammer?
Will...
Do they go after a quest?
I think they're
Stay where I am and explore.
Okay.
Nope. Yep. Bag?
Bag.
Hey.
Back.
I am psychic. Clearly.
Not what the Vagabond wanted.
No.
Then I will
Because a hammer would have.
Oof.
I don't think
These
going
plots
into Woodland
cannot
Alliance
be flipped.
territory
It cannot
bad
happen.
idea.
It cannot happen. Wow, Table is terrified to let Corvids pull ahead.
Well, I mean, that is 7 points. That's a pretty commanding
to have
lead.
a lasting alliance
Yeah.
with the crows.
You still could.
But 7 points.
Stuff by Rudy.
0 last turn. It just kind of like balances out to 3.5 each turn, and that's more reasonable.
I've lost
It's
my arm to the cat.
more reasonable. But is it reasonable? And what is the one faction that hasn't gotten a charm offensive
her up.
point from the crows? I think it was the Vagabond, in fact.
Surprise, I gave it to players who looked trailing. It was an expression of confidence in
That's
your
adorable.
ability, not an insult.
I do appreciate that, actually. That,
Cat, don't go for the mouse.
but I can't. We can't let them
Put you
flip,
down.
right? So I'm gonna take 2 moves. Gonna come over here.
Yeah, I understand the table being afraid of
And
Corvids.
I am
If it's
going-
not,
I just-
then I can certainly make this plot not be here.
I don't know that it's. I mean, the thing
Okay.
is, it's still Corvids,
That
and their
sounds
big
good.
thing is you can stop them
With a
so
heavy
easily.
heart, I'm
So
going
letting
to initiate
Corvids
a battle against
Pull
the
ahead a little bit
Corvids.
is not the worst thing because they're going to be almost as
An
easy to
ambush.
stop later as they are now.
Choose not to.
It's not something like the
Also-
moles where you need to hit them now so they don't get a chance to build up. The Corvids
at least
are
you
much
take
more
one.
linear.
I will
Oof.
take my 1 hit.
Oof.
I will say, though, also with the Corvids, you don't need the
actually,
whole
I'll hit this.
table going after them. As long as one person is going after them, the
And
rest of the table could probably
have-
take
Not
this
a
off.
I
raid.
went hostile when I hit the crow, so then
Not
I'd
a
get 2
raid.
points from the plot, correct?
That's all correct. That is a 2-point battle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And then don't forget to update the
Alright,
relationship tracker.
That'll do it for
But I
me.
like it.
will
You
draw
got
one
your
card,
point evading. You get your battle.
mean,
and I need
the-
to discard one of these.
Battling to initiating a battle to go hostile with someone to get 2 points from that battle. I'm not against that.
Right.
But you are
Right.
hostile now.
So I'm not gonna revolt as promised,
Thank you.
and
We got a
I'm gonna
Koga. I think he just
use
missed that.
this-
They mentioned it, so I think he just didn't
Supporter
adjust the
to-
tracker.
spread
There's boat builders hitting the discard.
sympathy here. That's my bird song. In the daylight, I'm gonna mobilize 1 card and spend rabbit
train.
partisans for recruiting another officer.
Makes sense.
I think this is
And as
looking
my
like a
evening
very
action,
good game
I'm
for
gonna use
Woodland Alliance.
1 move here
I do
and
think that the Corvids are
convert it to a
not like.
sympathy token.
I think Corvids are the
What is
red
it
herring
called?
for the
Tokenize.
Woodland Alliance.
The one who draws heat, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you mention that, Corvids could be
2
one of the
points
table's
for
best
2
tools
sympathies.
to establish martial law and slow the Woodland Alliance down. And instead, they're spending
That's
all
my
their
turn.
time policing the
Okey-dokey.
Corvids, which is going to make them unable to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a world where they negotiate with Morrow
Um,
to do that.
Yeah, I do think that the table going after the Corvids is maybe not the best of decisions, with the
Think.
Woodland Alliance just being like, I'm gonna sneak by here. Because they
I
like sneaking
will.
by, that's for sure.
so recruit
Yes.
1.
And this is a great map for it because it's so open.
Birdsong.
It's auto map, so it's heavily
Double
connected.
check I don't have any birdsong improvements that I need
It's
to
a
be
great
doing.
map for Woodland Alliance.
Yeah.
Then I think I will take a move up here with these 3 warriors.
I was frankly surprised to see.
Sorry guys, I forgot to take 2 cards. That's okay with
Yeah,
you.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Go for it.
You don't rule that clearing, correct?
Nope.
That is correct. So that is an illegal move. Strike 1.
Gagnito, the non-pick
that's
faction
very
was the
sad.
Badgers, so we were all set. with that.
But I think fine.
But what I was gonna say is I was surprised,
So
frankly, to
just
see
need one
Morrow
more,
not pick the mountain
so-
map with that faction pool, because it has Corvids in it,
Mhm.
and if you think you're gonna get Corvids, I think
will
getting that
attack
lost
it
city
twice then
is
for
gonna be
my
huge. It
daylight actions.
had Badgers, and I think Mountain is a decent counterpick to Badgers because it is so congested.
Ministers, rather. First one is Brigadier.
I do
And-
think that the assumption that people are not comfortable with
And
Badgers
secondly-
probably did come into play.
Oh yes,
for,
absolutely.
It's all right,
for Morrow's
Second
decision.
move.
Absolutely.
Would be,
Yes,
I'll even
Kat?
leave only 2 words.
But I was gonna say finally, I wouldn't want to pick
Second-
Autumn if I
be
don't
moving
think I'm gonna
ahead,
get Woodland
and
Alliance.
At this
You
point,
know.
I'm then
Agreed,
going to
agreed.
dump my hand on the table and say, I don't have a mouse guard. Feel free to check those cards.
No, I believe you. It's fine. So
Okay.
I take one from the.
No, take the information.
Just-
Look at your head.
Okey-dokey. Then I will take my mare actions. So
Don't turn
Look at
down
this
free
confused cat.
information.
Look at this confused cat.
But
Yeah,
just to
no,
check.
that's-
Okay.
that's what I was gonna
Oh
say.
man, you're turning red.
That one's funny. And I don't mean to laugh at Ultcyber. I've never seen that before. There we go. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I've literally never seen that before. I've never seen somebody just be like, "Oh yeah, I don't need to see it. I trust you."
See? Do you have
I'm just like, what information can I get?
Nope.
I got my
Okay,
got my
so
evil
point
cat
second
petting going.
mare action? I will battle.
But so I
What-
draw another card because you don't have one. Yeah.
Yeah, so you should have drawn 2, one for the move, one for the battle.
Juanito, his hand did not have any of the appropriate suit in it, so he needed
I
to
will-
show it to the Woodland Alliance, so the Woodland Alliance could see the hand. And the Woodland Alliance initially just said, "No, I trust you. I don't need to see the hand." And that's just turning down free
I will use
information
my second
that that's rightfully yours.
Um,
Yeah, Murder She Root.
then
Low reach game.
in
Only
Murder.
19 was the math.
Yeah, 19 was the math.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Low.
Sorry, I just
No, I know it's actually so much thinner than 19, but
okay,
it's funny that it adds up to that.
hopefully I haven't.
That's where my elbow goes.
I will.
But she
What does that
wants to
feel?
be
Can't relate.
there.
I will. Gotta try and remember which cards I've already shown you guys. I think I will sway again. As seems to be the trend for moles. With
Swaying?
these two cards,
Not even once.
Marshall.
Marshall, I like to see
Okay.
it.
1 point.
Okay.
We are getting a solid action economy built up here.
Yeah. I don't know if I wouldn't have minded seeing some of the bigger ones come out yet, though.
No, yeah, I mean,
Just
this
to
would be a
kinda
great
start that
turn
perpetual-
to get a lord out. I'm
And
assuming
next turn switching over to like buildings.
so
or something
Sway's
to that
done.
effect.
I'm assuming the moles were unable to get a
Now
lord out
the-
due
Yeah.
I
to
won't cross.
movement and or Woodland Alliance.
I haven't
Yeah.
drawn yet, so time for some exposure.
Ooh, exposure! Doing the timing after cards return. I love it.
Probably.
Heck yes!
Okay.
Cat and the Cat knows
One
when to
will be-
expose.
So
It's almost
here's
a
my
rhyme.
card on the table
Yep.
for guessing this plot. Is it a raid?
Yes.
Lovely.
Gigi was not happy that was
And
a successful
I will
one.
draw one card
No, she's
and
not.
My turn. Which I won't quite yet because I've got to discard a card, but you get the idea.
Yeah,
I can
good.
pass my turn to you if you're happy for me to mull over what I'm discarding.
No,
So
no.
if they
Or I can-
expose
I don't
the
think it affects
raid,
my decisions at all.
It doesn't trigger.
Okay,
And
I'll
even
let
if
my
I shoot
It is the only time that you can
I
remove the
don't-
raid and not
it's
trigger
not
it.
going to affect mine too much either.
I'm
I
still
will
learning this
then,
game apparently, guys.
I mean, you exclusively play lizards, so
This is true.
I
mean,
will
gotta represent my
craft a
lizard
League of
boys.
Adventurous Mice.
good craft.
That's a great craft.
Great craft for Corvids.
No flips.
What? They're not flipping the non-existent plots?
Yeah.
Well, now that the cat's gone, I have my lap back.
Recruit mouse.
Discarding mouse partisans for that. I don't adore that, but
Good.
let's see what mouse gets them. Okay, I see. It's doubling up on one of their plots and putting 2 Corvids in 2 other mouse clearings. I like that.
Yeah.
Daylight.
Agreed, Waterman. I think that,
Now's the time to ease up on Corvids for a turn.
and maybe focus a bit more on Woodland Alliance.
Yeah.
Woodland Alliance is in a good position,
Yeah.
no matter what they say.
I predict the table is going to start being afraid of moles next, but I think Woodland Alliance is the bigger threat.
Agreed.
Plot.
But in all of this, I am happy to hear that the Vagabond doesn't
Once
have
here.
that heat.
Yeah.
In the bottom right.
Unless the moles can convince the table that the Vagabond is the threat somehow. Which wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah.
So we got one plot off. I think they could do another one.
Yeah, they could move Texas up to the upper
use
mouse
League of
and plot
Adventures
again.
mice. Move this warrior up.
Okay.
All right, that's our one item at the moment.
Double plot, okay.
I like the double plot.
Yep.
But what is that? Why loam? What's that third action going to be?
Third action.
I wouldn't. It's maybe moving from the fox down to the mouse just to double up that plot.
I would not hate that.
Battle this sympathy token.
That's sort of what I thought it
Oh.
would be. Battling that sympathy. Get a point.
You ambush.
Eliminate the opportunity to revolt.
Rolling for fun.
0-0. Doesn't matter. Point.
People just like rolling.
Your system.
Rolling is so fun.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't like
Small
dice?
spread.
I don't know.
I get it in real life when you've got something, you've got that like
Thanks.
physical, I don't know, haptic feedback. I don't know what you'd call it. There's a word for it.
Charm
I'm
offensive.
missing.
They are doing charm offensive.
I will give it to the Vagabond.
Yes.
Faith in his capabilities. Draw a total of 4 cards for the turn.
Okay, so
Okay.
they did not choose to exert. I think I would have still liked to see them kind of-
Tactile.
That is me.
Tactile. That's the word. Thank you, Murder She Wrote.
What's tactile?
The talking about the dice.
Okay. Ah!
I was
You plotted here.
tactile.
Yep.
That's what I was looking for.
I like Waterman's touchstone.
Touchy feely.
I'm going to refresh. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to
Well, we know where the hammer is.
We do.
So
Which
step into here.
Vagabond has to get there.
I
but-
believe they can. Oh well. Okay, so when it comes to moving into a clearing with a hostile piece, is it just any hostile piece, or do they have to rule that clearing?
They have to have a warrior.
And
in
I
the
will
clearing.
aid
Okay, so to
the
get to
crows.
No.
Can you still do that when we're hostile?
You can
Yeah.
you can aid.
It just doesn't move it up.
for it,
Okay.
Yeah.
No points.
Okay, we did, so my concern was they hadn't shifted to hostile. It looks like they corrected that at some
This is
point.
yeah,
the
I
and moved
think
to hostile.
Linen caught that one, which is good.
This is what I am.
Oh, well, getting that second.
Optimistic.
Actually, no, getting that second boot will
And I
get
will
them
take
to
this
that area.
boot.
Yeah. No,
Or
I
the third boot. I'm sorry.
No, I
Being
see
like boots for days.
I see exactly what's happening. They're going to move down to Texas, move over to the ruin, explore it, get the hammer, repair their sword.
One.
I like all this.
Before I move on,
No.
Yes.
I
Yes?
will.
Vagabond doesn't need cards.
Card that I am
That's true.
wavering,
They aid with them,
I'm
and
going to
they...
guess that's
Craft. As long as
Craft.
it's not putting up a craftable, yeah, it makes sense.
a snare.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Go again. Try again.
Collection.
If you have another card, it's a raid.
Even more insulting than the last one.
Yeah, that's that. I have a feeling that,
Alright.
that Morrow put down a raid because,
Then I will
Why on earth would
take
you
a
put down a bomb?
move
and that's the only
Here.
other option.
and
They,
an expensive move into here.
I don't think that snare was a bad guess. I think
I don't think Snare was.
there was a
bad
world where
guess.
Morrow,
I think-
they
I
put down a snare there.
Yeah.
And this shiny hammer. And I will, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll repair this sword. Sure.
Aid
Sure.
that Woodland Alliance. Aid that Woodland Alliance.
Yeah, aid that win alliance.
be
Aid.
it. I will
He's-
draw one card.
He said they were aiding swords, so use the sword to aid.
He may not have had the right card for
Yeah,
it,
that's
but I would have loved to see an aid at that moment.
Yeah, if he had
So,
had the right card, I'd been like.
Protection
aid,
period
aid,
is
aid.
over, most. Sorry.
I was about to say.
So I
Okay.
spent.
All right, not good for moles.
cards.
Table definitely should be afraid of Woodland
In the
Alliance right
top
now.
corner.
That's not the best
That's
place
not the
for a
best
Woodland
place for
Alliance
a
base,
Forget.
but it's the
I was
fact
gonna say,
that
I
you've
didn't-
removed
I was gonna say,
2
you
mole
didn't
warriors in a
remove the
tunnel.
Sympathy, so you shouldn't.
That's very damaging to the
revolt,
moles.
but-
No. Yeah, that's.
Well, you're in the lead, and I.
It's what it represents to
Both of
the
you
rest of the table
till
that
the
makes
end of the
this
game.
a dangerous revolt.
Right.
Okay, so no other sympathies now. Okay, so I get another officer, so now I have 3. All right, and now where to spread this sympathy? Think I'm gonna go with those 2 mice.
When you see that the Woodland Alliance has 2 root teas in their
Go into
supporters.
that. Here.
Waterman, well, that's
Also get
true.
1 point from
I don't know that you
the
need defensive
tunnel.
bases in this game.
So
the-
I spread here for
The
points.
cumulative pressure from
And
the other
then I
factions is so
spend,
low. I would much rather have them spread out for
okay.
maximum
Okay. It's fine.
maximum movement, maximum
So I go to my daylight.
spreading.
In the daylight, I will craft the crossbow.
Okay.
Mm,
Oh, I can't. Wait.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can.
Yeah.
That was an expression of you can't do this. That was an expression of should you do this?
I mean, now the
Yeah, did we-
if I was
Oh, you
So
took
I
it.
didn't
Ultcyber stealing the discard pile.
put the card there.
there we go. I mean, what I had 20
Okay.
supporters.
So
What are you talking about?
I
So
craft the crossbow.
I like crafting.
Somebody removes the plots.
I don't like the Woodland Alliance crafting the crossbow because the crossbow is the means to their own downfall.
Yes.
The Vagabond will gleefully take that
And
crossbow,
then I
use it to
mobilize
remove a warrior safely,
the
and
next
then go
card.
farm sympathy across the map for the rest
So
of the game.
in
But also,
my evening, and in
Also-
the evening I will.
the Vagabond has yet to aid the Woodland Alliance, so that's a
Right.
point on top of that.
Right, no, it's serendipitous for the Vagabond because it means they get their aid point and an item.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Can I go back? and
Waterman,
don't
yeah, you did it to
mobilize?
yourself.
And
you pretty much
I
only
let you
just
guys-
you pretty much just said the word evening and that's it. So I'm fine. with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure.
So, so in the evening I
Vagabond with the
recruit the
Woodland
guy
Alliance.
here. then move it here,
They're happy.
and
They
then
took
I.
a card back from their supporters. That's interesting.
Uh,
Not sure what he would
Ambush.
have to
It's
want.
sympathy
It's an
token
ambush.
there
It's always gonna be an ambush.
for
Could be a coins.
1 point.
It's an ambush.
Also, I don't think you got your crossbow point, unless you're sure that you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Katari. People are allergic to reach.
Okay, I'm not
I think
sure
the
if I
game
have
is
a
literature
sympathy
reach this
token.
game.
Can I
This,
guess
weekend.
the plot, or is it only warriors?
Talking about exposure?
Mm-hmm.
You just need a piece.
An enemy player in a clearing.
And enemy players.
What's
It's like
Badger's reach?
I mean,
sympathy count.
Badgers have a reach of
I don't know.
8, if I recall
think you
correctly.
I feel like 8 is where I also wanted to
Can,
say.
you can,
It's higher than I think it should be.
yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, 3 times
I feel like
Guerric,
it should be
or-
like 6.
I mean, that's the best.
I was a big advocate of Badgers being like a 6 or 7 and a white faction, not a red faction.
Guerric,
I think they should be a pink
No,
faction.
you have to pronounce it correctly, though.
Oh, okay, what's the correct pronunciation?
I don't think anyone knows.
Okay, so I'll just pretend. I mean, let's go that I can guess. So
Oh, I don't. Yeah,
I will
thought
try
we're
to.
gonna check, but I
I will try to give you this mouse card now.
Are they trying to say your
And,
name, or what's going on?
I think
I'm gonna
they
guess,
talked about calling me, and then we're like, wait, do we know how to pronounce his name? And they were like, no, nobody knows how to pronounce it.
Go with the snare.
And then they just decided not to call me, I think.
Yep.
Oh no.
Murder, yes, I would also consider
Alright.
the others to be a pink
Well,
faction
a
as
cruel
well.
world.
Yeah. If you want to do pink
And,
factions, something in
that's
between
it.
red and white, I absolutely think Badgers, Otters, and Vagabond are pink factions.
Okie dokie. One to borrow.
Interlopers in
Um,
the terminology that people
my
liked
boy,
to
I
use
Get
for a
to pick
while.
The card that I guessed with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it right, so you do. My board presence is evaporating quickly. Two revolts. It hasn't gone unnoticed.
Yeah, this is just a classic Crow beatdown
I
games.
want
People
I'm-
opportunistically
twice.
scoring points and destroying Corvids' game in the
For
process.
now.
I really hope to see that the moles
By the way,
back off
we're taking
Corvids and
3
maybe
cards,
go
'cause
after
Forgot again. Sorry.
Okay.
Woodland Alliance or
Yeah,
Woodland
I'll
Alliance.
recruit twice. I will.
Yeah, Granite Tap, if you want to get into what like reach color strategies
No
are,
one seems to
that
be in a
small
position
mo
to set up
is
martial law around
pink.
this.
I was gonna say
They're just
So,
any sort of like
how we feel about
You are-
that.
despot
you are
I'm
one
trying.
that goes thin
I'm
would be
trying.
pink, like double bill
You've
despot,
got
something
3
like
warriors
that.
here, You could have 3 warriors
Um,
here.
Uh-huh.
Builder opening is punk.
It's certainly something to think about. I thought this is certainly, if anywhere,
Guerric. That
it's certainly something.
I would spitefully not respond to that. No, I'm
If
kidding.
you want, I can be kind of less inclined to come at this plot if you move some warriors over here. If you're worried about it.
I think, looking at the points total and the board states of factions, you should be less inclined to come after that plot just naturally.
Yes, Morrow.
They are right.
They're correct.
But there are 3 warriors on top of it, so not today.
Did yell Beetlejuice 3 times.
So, okay, first we will do it.
Yeah, this is looking like such a great Woodland Alliance game right now.
Right. If no one checks the Woodland Alliance being in the lead
will
after their turn means they're
make sure
winning.
that
Yeah.
They're 100% winning. And if the table does not turn to them instead of staying on the
pulling my
crows,
tunnels off the board.
it's
makes
going
me
to be
sad.
over very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will
So I think the Vagabond has every incentive to turn against
visit
the
to
Woodland Alliance
friends
right now.
to
Yeah,
dig.
absolutely.
And I'm going to dig here.
I would love to
opposite
see the
of where I
Vagabond
started.
aid the Woodland Alliance, crossbow that warrior, and
interesting.
then take out that
So I'll
base
dig here.
and sympathy.
For my
I do
first
think
order-
that the
Oh, no, I can't do
I'm
that,
honestly
because I
surprised
recruited
how
twice, in which case
wide
I will
the crows
recruit,
have gone
once
instead of trying to
less.
stay in like the clear out areas of the map and going into mole territory
then
and into
I
Woodland
will
Alliance
use
territory instead of just kind of like staying out of it and
martial
letting moles
move
do their
to
thing.
move over here.
Yeah, I'd like to see Corvids getting those triple
And
warrior
I will-
plot clearings near Woodland Alliance for martial law at least. Waterman, moles are absolutely at about the point where they should swole pivot.
I think I will use my
I would
first. I'll use my first.
What I would have liked to see
What
is
do you call it?
last turn
Brigadier
swing
action
the
to
full
battle
mole,
this sympathy here.
I think
just to prep for that.
No ambush.
last turn they went for
me.
Marshall, right?
Yeah.
I do really like Marshall. That one extra move
card if you
ends
want
up
to
being
again.
huge
I won't lie,
for your
it
action
hasn't changed very
economy.
much.
That's true. That's true.
But I will.
And I think we're
let's pull
seeing
them
moles
out
set up for the
so
pivot
you
this
don't have
turn
look.
with that move into that double bunny slot clearing,
Mm-hmm.
which again I would have liked to see them do
No
from
worries.
the start. I think that would have been
So
using foresight to know where you want to
I
be
have got a second battle.
in the future.
Though in faithful, I think we probably don't want to be pulling this sympathy off. It seems like an easy one to get from the base.
You should pull it
I
off.
just worry Woodland Alliance
Just
is
wipe them
at
out.
the forefront.
I think we should watch our phrasing.
Yeah, that is my
So,
main
so I
concern as
might
well.
leave this one here. I just worry this one gives them too many clearings to spread from. But maybe
If I was,
we
I
leave
mean,
this
if I was
one
the
and-
Vagabond, I
and-
would
and cement them around these three.
crossbow the
Cross bro.
the Woodland Alliance warrior and just take out that base in the
In
sympathy
which
there.
case, I
If,
think
if Vagabond starts doing that, he will be the table's cross bro.
I
Thank you so much.
do. I want to. I do want to. One,
Too late.
two.
It's too late.
I want. Ooh, that's sad. Oh, that's okay. I took a martial move from here to here. How do you feel if I go from here to here? Because of course I can't move out of here because
Billy, this is my only one. I put it on and take it off after the stream.
it is still the same phase of turn.
So I put it on before the stream, take it off after.
I'm really sad
That's fine.
that this
Yeah,
shirt
I'm
is
also
not
into
yellow
it.
right
I
now
just wanna
because
marshal.
it's yellow in real life.
Yeah, it's got. I mean,
It's
it's
so
a lizard.
cute.
Took martial from here
Alright,
to here.
It's so cute, but it's not yellow, so it doesn't work.
Then
So I'll
I
have to
will
change
Yeah.
uniform for tonight.
take
Yeah.
one move over here and one move over.
I agree with
I'm leaving
Waterman that
this
you just actually have that
a
shirt
little
tattooed
detail.
onto you.
Yes, I have the shirt tattooed, including the perfect green to have a hole in me.
And the folds he's moving his skin around is pretty gross.
Yes, this is all just
getting them in
skin
the wrong order.
lab. I actually lost 200 pounds,
Be able to sway
and
for 4.
It didn't do well.
well, no, when you lose a lot of weight, you end up having leftover skin.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's fair.
One,
It's fair.
two.
You did it too rapidly, I guess.
Smold, aren't we?
Yeah.
For now, now.
Staying small.
Vagabond, go
I'm
deal
not-
with that.
Until it's too late.
I'll take the Duchess of Mud for.
You have my crossbow.
Well, I want to talk to the crows about this issue for sure.
All right, so we're swaying Duchess of Mud, which means we are sticking small.
Sword, but
It's
not.
interesting.
That is interesting. It's not a strategy that cannot win. It
I
With-
just
with-
don't know if it's fast enough in this game.
Yep,
with
that's my
sympathy
thing. So,
and plots
evening up.
everywhere, there's a world where it gets enough to win. But I am concerned that it's slow against an autumn map Woodland Alliance.
Honestly, I think even
And
with current
Postacon.
stats, I think the Vagabond's set up in a good
So-
position to outrace it.
Yeah, that's the issue. If you're going for
This is
small,
the
you're
plan.
competing
You
directly with
can
Vagabond for
disagree
that.
With me, crows, if you disagree with me, but I think moles and Woodland Alliance are two big problems, and you and I are less big problems.
Okay, now hear me out. I'm in last place. I don't know anything. I don't owe anything to this table. Deal with it
Well,
all
as soon as you flip
yourselves.
that plot, we're on the same score.
Yeah, but you're the vagabond and I'm the crows.
So
Okay, so
I agree with Linen here.
if we could split up the duties between Woodland Alliance policing and
I
I
mean,
think-
I feel like Over the Morrow's
that-
already been
think that
going
would be
after
in both
sympathy.
of our
Why
best
stop now?
Right. I mean, I think Linen is saying very reasonable things that are very accurate. And I think Morrow is feeling a little salty
feel
about
like
being policed by the
We could
table,
get the alliance to police the duchy. It's in his interest.
and it's maybe making Morrow
Duchy.
reticent to negotiate
Well,
I don't
and table
know.
talk as much as they
It's
maybe
up to
should.
me to do it. So
we need
I already
moles.
slowed him up a little
We need
bit.
moles
so-
off the board.
You need me.
Yeah,
off
I
the
mean,
board.
I can pop this base, and that feels
Dead
like
silence.
a pretty good check to the Woodland Alliance.
The Master says that, and everyone just
If
goes
you
quiet.
can just take some moles off the board,
I could
because we
probably
are
take
definitely getting
some
small
moles off
moles
the
right
board.
now.
Yeah, I think Lynn's just asking
Would
for
you
a
just,
little
like-
help, not like
Right.
them to do everything.
I think what Linen's
Well, I-
offering is very, very reasonable.
I can't go too far away from what was already convenient for me.
And I don't think Lynn's asking
let's
him to
take
go
what
out of the
this is.
way to
I've-
do things that
I've
are inconvenient. I think he's
barring one
like
plot, gone out of
taking
my
that
realm,
fox out, taking
you
out that mouse.
interfering.
Crows are already in those
Um,
clearings.
so-
Okay, that's
so-
nice. I'm pretty sure the rest of the table could make that exact same statement, though.
Well, maybe not so much some others.
Anyway, I'm going to craft the saboteurs.
Marge is like, I'm done. I'm
Yeah,
out.
Morrow is not interested in negotiations. What? Why'd we remove the raid?
Is it a bomb?
I
That
discarded goddamn Corvid planners to recruit in.
What was that?
I saw the raid art. I saw the axe,
That sounds
sword,
right.
whatever. We didn't remove the moles, so they don't think it's a bomb. Why did we remove that plot?
What just happened?
Daylight
Did you-
actions.
Wait.
Get rid of the raid.
Yep, it's gone. Oh no, raids don't go, do they?
okay. I think catching that Morrow probably feels better about their situation.
Yeah,
Read about the centipede's dilemma because that's what's happening to me right now. I'm sorry.
What
I
is
don't-
the centipede?
I don't know what the
dilemma?
centipede's dilemma is.
Oh, I want to learn. Does anyone in chat know? Please tell me, because I want to know more now. Wow, Guerric actually reaching to his phone,
Right.
first phone. This is.
I mean, I love little problems like that. I mean, I've played the Zero Escape series. Where they talk
Yes,
about
you
the
love that.
Chinese room paradox and
Zero
and-
sum.
Two actions
game.
were made.
yeah, that stuff. The centipede.
I have
Okay, Billy, put up a Wikipedia.
no effective plot capabilities. God damn it.
It occurs when a normally automatic or unconscious activity is disrupted by a conscious thought of it. Okay,
I like that.
okay,
Will you ambush?
interesting.
Oh,
That's interesting.
So I think Morrow was saying that they basically their
I
instinctive
won't ambush.
process was interrupted by the conscious thought of the table talk, and it is throwing them off.
So long as you don't roll 3-1.
That is amazing for the table. And honestly, it's not bad for Corvids.
Second action.
Yeah, I support that. I support that. I don't think the moles need a ton of policing against them right now, but that was a situation.
Exert to fight here.
I think.
Okay.
I don't think
I will-
going
I will
after
not
the
charge
tunnels
it.
is.
Yeah, so
I will ambush that.
Hat and the Cat did reveal that ambush on his turn.
It's true.
So-
But Hat and the Cat chose not to use it in the first fight, which is interesting. I think I would have rather seen them take out some of the just like kind of
Gonna
baby
want that.
moles. But I understand that
One, two.
Morrow is probably going for points
Well,
areas
so
as well.
with small mole, you
Might want that.
with small mole, you want to go for the tunnels first and the like stray moles second. So I do support the going after the tunnels, especially when you're Corvids and you need those points.
Okay, so what to teach? Okay.
Everything but a boot.
Everything but a
I
makes sense.
will.
It's about what I expected.
Let me see.
I would go with a boot here.
I will
To aid.
steal a random card from the Woodland Alliance.
Ooh,
They don't have the card to aid, so they're stealing to get it.
I'm gonna just
that might be true.
That's amazing.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Please.
Oh, it's fine. I've like just shown the camera at least one of my plots while I was putting it down so far. So
Bold of them to assume that I'm good enough with the camera to keep up.
Then I will exhaust a boot to aid.
If they
Woodland
didn't need that aid
Alliance.
to that
getting very mixed
card to
messages
aid,
from your relationships with Woodland Alliance here.
I feel like I would have rather seen them use the torch to fulfill a quest.
Yeah, if you didn't need to steal to aid, I would have rather seen that for questing.
Agreed. The only time I think
Crossbow.
I want to
This-
see cards being stolen
This poor guy.
from a person's hand would be stealing from the moles or the lizards because
Which
it
will
is their
make us
action economy and their
hostile.
ability to sway.
Yeah.
It's indirectly hurting.
Cat, what are you doing?
Crossbow.
You want me to move her?
I actually did warn you. Don't
Yeah.
say I didn't.
That's true. That's true. Fair enough.
I will.
Lord of the Board, that is the Shure SM7B mic. With the standard windscreen,
Hey, hold on.
I need to change
This
out
was just a
mine.
Vagabond money-making scheme the whole time.
as opposed to this windscreen.
It had to be done. Somebody had to pop one of these bases soon.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah, you can roll maybe a roll a zero. No ambush.
You're doing for this the table, really.
Well, it wasn't 1-0.
Two battles.
0-0, which was like the
Yep.
worst option for the table there.
It
so-
needed to be literally anything but 0-0.
Definitely.
No, but
Yeah.
with,
It-
with higher results, so
Yeah, it needed to not have a zero.
it's like 0-0 basically.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Always forget.
So, but I do one hit because
Yeah, so you basically have to spend the other sword to
points
to
for
do it.
that.
Which is
and
not what Vagabond wanted to do
Initiate a
with his
and I'll
turn.
give you this card for outrage.
This is another Thief
Yep.
Vagabond game.
Nice Lord of the Board. It's a good mic.
Initiate a second battle against you here.
Needs a ton of input gain though.
If anything,
Ooh.
worse.
Okay, I will say I do not like
Infinity
seeing the
points.
Woodland Alliance remove the sympathy before the base.
Yeah, that is just flat out a mistake. You remove that base and then remove the sympathy.
The
I mean,
only other time would be if you
Holding
thought
rabbit.
that he wouldn't battle again.
Uh,
But
and,
Linen was clearly going to battle
Birds,
again.
right.
And
There was no world where that didn't happen. And as
Oh yeah.
Katari pointed out, that does give
That
the
helps.
Vagabond more points to do that in 2 battles as opposed to 1, because he gets you 4 points
4
as opposed
points
to 3.
instead of 3.
Is it
And
2 or 1?
Right.
It's
Uh,
round side 2.
it's half rounded up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 2.
Yeah. Woodland Alliance left themselves in a very vulnerable position there, crafting that crossbow to enable their own downfall.
And then I'll
Agreed.
be done. Am I over my limit here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I'm good. I'll draw 1 card. And be done.
Things are looking good for the Vagabond.
Vagabond's in a very strong position.
Right. This doesn't look good. Hmm.
I do think the table might
A
have to
good
turn to going on the
whacking
Vagabond and drive
we
him
got
into the
there.
forest for at least
Yeah.
a turn.
Yeah, the Vagabond might need a whack.
Just a gentle love whack.
I got police down to crows.
I
Okay.
feel slightly offended by my position in this statement.
I am curious why
Okay, so
Ultcyber feels
no
the need
revolt.
to attack the crows
do I want to
when
spread
the
sympathy?
Vagabond is in
Probably.
the lead and the moles are in the lead.
If I can.
Yeah,
And the crows are
I mean, crows are sitting on a 4-point flip.
yeah, and then they'll be with the
Yeah.
Vagabond.
Right.
The Vagabond's already a turn ahead.
Being policed down to crows will be policed. I will be very angry.
Waterman, I do not think that crossbow was worth the 1 point.
Okay.
I think there's
nothing in the daylight.
I think in the future it might have been, but I think that turn it was very much not.
Daylight.
I also think
And,
the Woodland Alliance
so I have some
crafted the
sympathy,
crossbow
they're
in
gonna
anticipation
craft
of the Vagabond going after the
Okay, I
crows.
will
The Vagabond's like,
for some
sure,
others.
I'll do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then maybe just use those 2 cards to
Train.
recruit 2 officers again.
Train 2 officers.
Well, I said train.
Ooh.
It's not just because I love trains, because I do love trains.
Yeah, see, this is... If Woodland Alliance was going to craft that crossbow, I would have preferred them to have 4 officers and 2 warriors at each of those bases, you know? I think that's the situation where it would have been safe to do that.
And triple recruit because it seems
Just
like the
back
Woodland
up,
Alliance
please.
is feeling a little bit exposed.
And,
This is what we might call an overcorrection.
Okay.
I was gonna say a reaction, but yeah, that's fine too.
For like
Yeah.
future reference, if you just hover over the deck and press a number on your keyboard, you will draw that many cards.
Okay. Thanks.
But don't only press the number once, or you'll draw 22
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Alternatively, do that because it would be funny to make Guerric figure it out.
Just providing stream content at this point. Okay. I recruit once to the Burrow. Has our analysis of the boards changed since the Vagabond and the Corvids decided it was us 2 who needed policing? I feel like the Woodland Alliance have they lost a base, but they still have all the warriors. And
Yeah, so Woodland Alliance got a pretty important bop that I think ultimately they needed, or the table needed them to take.
Want us to believe in this board position.
But I do think that the thief
it's
also
interesting.
is,
It is the sort of
needs a
thing
little
the
more
most want
heat
you to
on
believe.
them.
The thief could use a little heat. I think the thief's in a
But it
good
is also
spot.
true.
It's not necessary because the thief, the Vagabond now has trouble
I just wanna...
making that endgame push.
Well, I mean, they do have.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, so for the hammer, it repairs
I
a
will
damage item, but it doesn't like refresh an item.
recruit
No,
twice.
no.
Okay,
It
yeah,
did
then
in the
that
first
needs
and
to-
second printing. It
Oh.
does not now.
Okay.
I'll certainly recruit once. Thinking about a second dig.
Yeah, because they are very limited with their quest right now because of the torch.
Yeah, all sympathy is now worth 2 VP. Waterman is very correct. That thief is in a very good position and probably does need a bop. I was
mean,
just saying,
not even all sympathy, all
plots
plots too.
when removed in battle. Exposing is still only 1 VP.
Yeah. But like
but
slipping into that Corvids clearing and then just
Then-
like bopping off that raid.
Yeah. My big point was just that the Vagabond does not necessarily need bopping this round. I think they could probably afford to wait 1 round if they wanted to.
Points.
Yeah. And of course,
No,
I
don't like that. Consider this equally large issue.
Do we have the first? We have the
We,
first printing.
we got first printing. We were one of the original Kickstarter backers, so we have the first printing boards in a box somewhere for when we want to, give ourselves PTSD flashbacks to the Woodland Alliance and Vagabond boards.
Yes, my name is Lily. Hello.
Maybe I'll...
Hey, Fletch.
Yeah. Purely
She was on cam twice last week.
Sure.
I don't remember.
rather than
I've been here before.
the captain.
I live here.
And the second brigadier move will be moving over here. Now I have a mare, and I have a mare.
I don't like being referred to as that. That makes
Battle
me
the
scared. I'm
Vagabonds.
gonna hide
Everyone's
now.
favourite action.
You want a mask?
So I'll battle the Vagabond.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You do.
Ooh,
I know
yeah.
you would.
Yeah, Vagabond did have an ambush.
Okay, in which case I don't counter ambush, they come back to me, and we roll the dice. And I roll 3-0.
2-2.
Oh.
That hurts in my soul.
2 each, I believe.
That
Use
is
swords.
painful.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll damage that.
When did they go hostile with the Woodland Alliance?
And
With the crossbow.
Oh, because it removed the warrior.
Right. And that's the reason to do it with the
And
crossbow.
believe
I
have
understand.
a second battle, should I wish to use it, but
Damaging the crossbow
I don't
and the
think I
boot.
do.
I understand the boot, not so much the crossbow.
Maybe I should.
Crossbow's not so necessary anymore. You got hostile with the Woodland Alliance.
Fair.
You need to battle to get the infamy point. So
That's fair. That's fair.
I will.
That's fair. I guess it's just making sure you take out warriors so this way you don't get hit if there's
Don't
only
come and
something
hit
like
me now.
lightly defended with a 1 or something.
Scary.
Yeah, there's not a ton of situations.
Oh.
That's more relevant to Corvids than
Move
Woodland
over
Alliance.
That's
For
fair.
my
That's fair.
martial move, choosing not to take my second battle.
Don't think that's a legal
Or the
move.
board, we don't
No,
throw
it's
any
not.
like game
It's the second
pieces
time.
away ever.
Sorry.
We have a box in the basement just full of board game pieces that are no longer relevant to the game.
Yeah.
In which case, I will just. Yep, I will just move this guy over here.
We're just gonna leave that vagabond alone. We learned our lesson.
Thanks for catching me on these. It's happened a little too often.
It's a very easy mistake to make, to try and
Okie dokie.
move like a single dude with a single dude.
Probably be in the table's interest if I got a captain
You're not
now
the
to
only
start
one.
doing some hitting.
Don't talk about tables.
Murder, she wrote. Back in my day.
Okay.
I
in which case,
dare you to build a building.
Murder, I
You
spent
dare-
the last 4 days with
I
my
dare
grandmother.
you.
Please don't do this to
I
me.
decline to build a building.
For the good of the table, I think you should build a building.
I see. I will.
So, humorously, I actually agree that Underground Duchy probably wants to build a building for the good of themselves and the table, but it's funny that someone else is saying it menacingly.
Okay, I will reveal these three.
It's for the good of the
sway
table,
banker.
though.
Oh, Mole's sitting on Propaganda Bureau.
Yeah, they've been sitting on propaganda Bureau for a
Banker.
bit.
Okay.
Banker. With
Banker.
Well, doesn't matter, does it? There's no buildings to destroy.
There's no buildings. Don't worry. There's
Yeah, don't worry. Don't.
I don't know how I
the
feel
crown
about
doesn't
that.
fit.
I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
why.
Because
So 2 points.
this is going to be a great points supplement for a small mole strategy,
Yes.
or it allows a very
Tremendously.
nice
I'll
pivot
call it
into any sort of swole strategy with markets to start accumulating points. This is a good
Craft-
setup for the long run.
Craft
Okay.
some coins.
Okay.
Corvids crafting coins. Very
Nice one.
good for them.
That's pretty good for Corvids, and honestly, not so bad for
Flip this snare. I thought for a horrible second it wasn't going to be a snare and I was going to make myself look like an idiot, but
Score
four.
points.
takes them to 17.
Yep, 17. We're doing okay.
Yeah, no, Mara's doing good. I like what they're doing.
Yeah, Waterman, those excuse me. If you have Duchess, you need to get those digs going. Pardon me.
Recruit rabbits.
Okay.
But what do you think of it?
I like it.
Daylight actions.
Pulling out my white hairs.
Yes. You said a little something.
It's probably white hair. It's probably cat's hair.
Plot up in this middle
Oh,
clearing.
she go into her bed? Hey, she doesn't use her bed that much. I like it.
It's just really exciting for me because I never see her going there.
These low reach games are aging you, Waterman. That's fair. They're interesting. They're not my favorite incarnation of Root, I must admit. But they're interesting in their own ways.
Mm. It's interesting that moles went with a strategy that is like a low reach effectively.
Yeah, it makes a thin game even more thin. The Marquise has returned to the keep. That's exactly what just happened.
Did you remove a warrior to plot?
Yes, there were 3 there.
Okay.
I have like combinations of move and battle, and none of them are good.
I mean, there's the free sympathy if they don't lose a card. But otherwise, yeah, this is not a great position for anyone to be in, honestly. Could always just get rid of some moles.
Move.
I don't think there are any factions currently interested
Flip
in
the
buildings.
coins for Leaguer Adventurous Mice. Battle of a Sympathy token. Would you like to ambush?
No.
Right, there's my designated free.
You've had the 0-0 and 3-3 now.
Let's gain a point and lose and pay
You have to
outrage.
give me a mouse card.
Thank you for keeping me right on that, because goddamn, I'm never going to remember. Move.
Welcome back. Who's winning? I'd say the Vagabond.
Move.
Yeah, I think Vagabond's in a good spot. I think Moles could
I
pivot
will choose not to exert.
into a very good spot.
You didn't get a point for that sympathy yet either.
Cat, do you know where you're going?
No, she doesn't.
She never knows where she's going. There we
think
go.
I-
She settled down.
Because last turn he said, once you flip for 4, you'll be with him, but you crafted coins and you're 3 ahead of me, so I don't think you did.
Okay, I'm going to choose to believe you.
Yeah,
And I'm going to look back on this stream later and cringe about it, I think. But
They correct. They did that correctly.
Yeah.
end of turn, no.
No.
No charm offensive.
End of turn, no. I refuse to end my turn.
Say go.
Fletch, you would think that, but it's actually kind of the reverse. A mostly empty map is exactly what Woodland Alliance wants. And likewise, it's what Corvids want, because it means there's less pressure on them.
But I have to.
Unless people are just opportunistically exposing you, which is what's happening right now.
Okay. 5 refreshes. I'm gonna want that. Gonna want that and that. That's 3.
I definitely want
If
your
somebody
torch to
kills
start
one
doing
of
those quests.
The Corvids in that rabbit clearing, I can
I
use
would do
false
guard
orders
duty
to
and see what
remove
comes up, honestly.
the other warriors. So
I
far,
probably would
so
have
we can
refreshed the 2 boots
next turn.
instead of the crossbow.
I want
I
to see
think
one boot still.
you'd only
Because
get
he
to
still's
remove
got one more refresh.
One of them.
No, I
if-
think it,
Right, that's what I mean. Like, I would like to see 1 boot with the remaining refresh, and then the other boot instead of the crossbow.
You need
Okay,
someone to
one
pick
or
up 2 of them.
If
Yeah.
they use the hammer
Yeah.
to
You need to- you
repair
need to
the
pick up
boot
2.
that's damaged,
Yeah.
that does not refresh it.
No.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
1, 2,
fair.
3.
Again, first, second printing, yes. No longer.
But I just want to clarify for my own brain. 'Cause I'm trying to
gonna
learn the
flip
new
in here.
Vagabond.
Obviously, we can't let this flip
about to just-
happen.
Do a violence?
Quest.
Boo.
I vote that they should quest.
I will
Do some guard duty, man.
a hammer to repair a
No,
crossbow,
they're going aggressive.
and then I will
I feel like this is not
use
the
the
right decision.
crossbow.
Yeah, this...
That's these.
I feel like this is very much not the right decision. I think
And then I will flip the
think
sword to
we
battle.
to quest more instead of going aggressive.
And you-
I would like to see more
I choose
questing.
not to.
I would like to see going for more lightly defended pieces.
Oof.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because now...
that was a 3-2
that,
against.
yeah.
Effectively.
A 3-2 against because of the
I've
extra
done
hit.
only
Because
2
of
hits.
the only
You'll
having 2
take 3
swords
because of
And
the-
I've
and
done
the
3. Yeah.
and, yeah, no, I would not have.
Okay.
I understand slipping
1
to do
point,
guard
and
duty,
then let me see.
but not.
That's painful.
Yeah, you should have done it.
Self-policing vagabonds.
Sorry, I'm being sassy. I'll stop. I wanted to see that guard duty quest. I really did.
Do
It's
I
perfect
hit the
catch to say
plot?
like that.
No, I will quest. For 2 points.
You should have started with that because you don't.
Yeah,
know
if
what's
you
gonna come
start
up.
with it, you can then damage items that you've already exhausted. And that was the conundrum that Linen just found
And
themselves in.
That will be it. I will draw.
What's the new quest going to be?
Card.
It's also is like you could
1,
see
2,
what the
3,
next
4,
quest
5,
is.
6, 7, 8. I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Ooh,
good.
me too.
Yeah, these T quests are killer.
These T quests are killer.
Doable, but
revolt.
killer.
I mean, the fact that both of
There's
them
no
are bunny is
sympathies.
kind of interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean this could
And
be
this
some
card
some
to
good scoring if
put a
he leans
sympathy.
into it.
Yeah.
Here,
It just the T is going to
for
slow
1 point.
that if nobody crafts one
Mhm.
to give him an extra.
Then I'll in daylight I'll just put all my cards into the whoa, so nothing in
Fear not, I'm very good at forgetting things.
the bottom track. And in the evening I'll think about it. So
I mean, I can't flip that, and moles are still like horrifying. But
Yeah, those are horrifying.
yeah,
Says the
Well, I
vagabond
can't
trying to
do-
direct heat away from him.
can't do anything about it, really. I'm too far from them. But I have to.
I'd like to
somehow
see
get
probably
back
a
online.
move into the bunny, a move
Uh,
from out of
okay,
the
so
bunny
I'll move 2
to
guys
Texas,
here.
and then organize in one of those two.
Oh, wait a second.
I would probably organize
okay,
another
so
one
I'll
farther
just
away,
move
just because
Yeah.
it's harder to get to.
I agree.
Especially
2
if
guys here.
someone takes it out, you can always move from the bunny back
1
into
guy
Texas.
here.
Stuff
and
by
as a
Rudy, I
third
agree.
action,
Everyone
I'll
is kind of horrifying. This game is
Organize
pretty
it to
crazy.
sympathy.
Yep.
For 1 point. And take 2 cards.
Nobody's out of it.
No one is out of it. I think everybody's got pretty good skin in
And my
this
turn.
game. Like I think everyone's doing a really good job of kind of balancing
Exciting,
everything,
exciting.
even if it's kind of in a roundabout manner.
1 to the Barrow.
Lord of the Board, nobody's eliminated in round 1 unless they choose to disqualify. If they choose to withdraw.
Don't know if
So
there's
we will-
anything I should be doing to
We'll
help.
still have all 128 people.
And for anyone who does
Right,
drop,
people
we're
seem to
probably
be
going to
going
pull in
ahead
a
of me.
sub, and
You
that
are,
sub
my
just
friend.
has 1 loss to the
You're
game.
here.
That's the idea. The concern is that we are currently burning through
So far as,
our reserve list.
We will find more.
Uh,
And if not,
Yeah.
we'll
That's going faster than me.
yeah, I think in
I am
truth
so
we're sitting at like 127 people right
Um,
now with an outstanding
Vagabond
reserve
seems to be fine.
tap-in
Seems to have
request.
lost quite a few items.
I'd have to look at the sheet
Um,
again.
Crows, I
might
know
see in
you
some
can't flip
3
this
people
block,
games.
but you do still scare me because you have 4 plots face up and no one seems to want to go for them.
So basically, you play every round until you have 2 losses.
You know
and then
what?
once you
You're
have 2
right.
losses,
You
you're
should
out.
hit my.
Yeah, it's just survival.
Yeah, so
We're-
basically, winners can have a lose for round 2, but that
I
means
don't
round
think
3
I
they
will be doing
cannot lose if they
but,
want to stay in.
Right.
Yeah.
Stuff by Rudy, if you want to sign up as a sub, we will gladly take you.
Yeah, like people are still welcome to sign up and go on the reserve list.
Absolutely.
There's no guarantee you'll play, but there's no harm in doing it if you want to play.
Yeah.
That
Want that
seems to be the
opportunity.
theme. And I will
Murder, don't give away my mustaches.
take a.
They're supposed to be a secret.
Yeah, I will take first Brigadier move, second Brigadier move over here.
You know, Patrick Leader said that he had enrolled in the tournament
I will then-
under a fake name. So,
I'm looking out for it. We got a
Yeah.
couple Patricks on the upcoming game.
yeah.
One of them is Pat, but still.
Don't really want to be going for this, but I feel like this is open for spreading over here.
Granted, Sep, we'll get there when we get there, is my my way of thinking about it.
Yeah, that's basically where I am.
Okay. I don't dodge this of mods, so I can't do that. I've done my Brigadier. I won't banker, so it's just whether I want to use the Marshal and the Meh, which I don't think I do. So I will reveal these
Yeah, getting another Lord Sway.
4 cards here.
I was about to say, I would like to see a
Sway
Lord Sway
a
this
Lord again.
turn.
3, 4.
My preference would, of
And
course,
I will
be for
grab
Baron of
the
Dirt.
Dirt.
Beautiful.
That's the one for Citadels, right?
3 points.
No, that's the one for Markets.
Sorry, I'm mixing up.
Yes,
I know
That's
you
the
are.
one for barrels, right?
Yes.
Vagabond.
I didn't say I was. I did say I was like getting outscored.
Stuff by Rudy,
So
I
I'll
hope
come back
you
to my
win with
hand,
Badgers.
and I draw
I'm
1
rooting for
card
ya.
and end my turn with a discard. I think. I will pitch.
Smol's sitting at 18 points. Very nice.
Yeah, I think that, honestly, everyone's in such a good position. Like, I know Woodland Alliance looks like it's behind, but it's not.
And then my
I mean, Woodland Alliance can be behind, but they can never be out, really.
Before my turn, I just want to ask
I
these
mean,
coins
I think
I have are still
yesterday's game kinda
exhausted. I
showed
can't
that.
League of Adventurers might again.
But then again, I also disappeared halfway through the game, so I don't know how
Which part was
truly
that a
ended.
no to?
Death Caboose, I do agree. I was going to say initially at the start of the Mull turn, if I don't see a Lord Sway this turn, I would like to see a 4 Mull Sway.
Anyway, I'll craft.
For that exact reason.
Oh no.
Coffin Makers. Fun.
That's
I will also craft a mouse in a sack, or just a bag, I guess.
oof.
God with the saboteurs as well. This is sad.
Oh,
I'm
don't
hoping
worry,
to
no matter
see-
how good my setup is, I will still botch it.
I'm curious to see if
Recruit.
Linen will start aiding the Corvids to
I'll
get those
recruit all
items.
foxes.
Yeah. We will see.
If they have the ability to, even. But I mean,
This-
Corvids are literally everywhere, so...
So the interesting thing about this coffin maker craft is it's not likely to earn many points for
I'm
Morrow.
assuming it was Guerric who spawned the coffin.
I stuck it in for a bit of fun.
It's not likely to earn many points, but it is very likely to disrupt the Woodland Alliance in a way that is very frustrating. It can absolutely destroy the Woodland Alliance turn to have that warrior go to the coffin and not back to your supply for an immediate redeployment.
It's gonna disrupt the
Daylight
Woodland Alliance.
actions.
I think this is honestly not bad if, under the assumption that people are gonna be targeting the Vagabond, because people will lose warriors going after the Vagabond as well.
Yeah, but are they going to lose
Move.
5 every round to get Corvids a point?
I don't know.
The alternative to this is that Corvids can fuel coffin makers themselves
Move.
via plotting.
Yes, that's true.
So if Morrow sets up some aggressive
Big
double plot
French
turns,
Battle on that sympathy token. Would you care to ambush?
that can get you 3 warriors into the coffins just on your
Still
own
rolling the dice. Every
merits, and then the table can hopefully get 2 during the round.
Yeah.
Final daylight action.
I would think
Please
plotting.
also give me a mouse card.
I do not have one.
Okay.
That's my pile.
Cool.
Alright.
We're looking at cards.
Good to see.
Yeah, stuff by Rudy. Nitro Rev's Badger video is very good. There is also a document that Tripping Grannies and Sea Coyote just posted into various root discords, which I've not had a chance to read yet, but is probably worth reading. And then
I'll exert, move this Corvid warrior here.
I don't know how close Luke is keeping things to his chest, but he's been doing a lot of Badgers training, and
The Woodland Alliance.
I know he has some very effective strategies. If
Thank
anyone wants to bug him to talk about that.
Oof, that's a risky one.
Go.
Corvids just did Charm Offensive on the Woodland Alliance.
It could pay off.
Good.
It could pay off.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Oh, did they not put the Corvids in? They did
Yeah.
not put the Corvids in the coffin.
Yeah, they're missing
One.
their own opportunities to score.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, chat. I didn't think I'd seen the both outrage
One,
paid.
two.
That's happening somewhat consistently. I think that people are forgetting
Where would the outrage pay fee?
the outrage was in the corner.
Yeah,
Corvids moved in and then battled it.
Corvid
Oh, I did
went
not see
to
the
the
move.
Coffin Keepers, and I just remembered that now.
And that's happened, I think, a couple times so far in the game where somebody has moved into a token and not necessarily paid for it.
We are not keeping track of mistakes in rules for this tournament. It's on the players to kind of rule themselves. If there's ever a question, like Guerric will come in and clarify it for rules clarifications if asked, but otherwise we can't catch everything with the camera or what everyone's doing all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just not fair to say
Crossbow.
that unless we had someone who was actively.
And I am
Right,
going to
I would
strike
feel
this Corvid.
horrible if I caught one person's rules mistake that lost them the
The Coffin
game
of
and not
Goats.
somebody else's
And
that
I
won them the game.
will-
It was pointless to move first, Katare. In fact, it was more than pointless. It was actually bad because it was opening yourself up to
So
an ambush.
Let's see. I'll get 2 points and I'll take a hit.
So we can, if we're generous, we can
What
retro it as battle then move.
Crossbow again.
But yeah, the point stands that people are not necessarily watching out for outrage the most in this game. Worse than a crime, it was a mistake.
I will.
But yeah, Juanito, it can be painful to see mistakes. For the most part, games have been pretty clean. People are
Generally
pretty
try to
good.
catch it.
Quest
I'd say we average like 1 mistake per game.
About.
for 3 points.
Okay, what quest did they do? Can you go to the one board, please?
And
Okay, so
that'll
give a
do it.
speech.
I'll draw. Let me make sure I'm not over.
You are very
I
much
am,
over,
alright.
sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Well, this is probably not getting repaired
Yeah, so that's
anyway. So that
that's the rough part of that turn.
Oh, but that fending off of a bear is
card.
good. It's another
And
bunny
I'll be
quest
done.
that they can do both on the next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a world where
Just
this is a
something
VB win.
Want to point
Just
out is
Because
think
like that's just
Vagabond
4
have a
quests and
quest
5.
for the
Yeah,
win.
2 quests to the win. That's
with
it.
9 points and all the items for these 2 quests.
yeah.
So it's really a 2-turn clock
these are
now.
22
Because
points.
if they
Well,
hit
no,
him and send him to
22
the
points,
forest,
so-
that means next turn he wins no matter what.
Just as a little
2.
point for the table.
Don't have enough refreshes
You should focus on
to
him.
do
though.
it all though.
I should.
promise.
Not to do it next turn, but the thing is, I have a funny feeling they're going to beat him up this turn and send him to
Even
the
kill him
forest.
with Bridge.
Honestly,
yeah.
even
It's-
as the
it's
Vagabond,
true.
I might consider just going into the forest myself just to win on that next turn, just
But
straight
yeah,
out,
it's
Yeah.
instead of potentially making it
Yeah.
a 3-turn
Well, I
clock.
can't do
Depends
Just-
depends on
I'm
where
gonna
everyone
just
else is.
disappear into the
Alliance
forest.
in
Yeah.
that place.
Just because no one else can do anything.
Yeah.
Because if I do something this turn and then they all beat me up, then I have to go to the forest and then I have another turn.
Yeah.
So 2 turns,
Hmm.
solid. I think there's a 2-turn clock going right now.
Yeah. Absolutely a 2-turn clock if
And the
Vagabond plays
the
it right.
Vagabond
I think
is
I
the
won't
one who's
revolt.
doing it.
And I'll spend spend 1 sympathy.
Do we have a second
to
favorite?
Do we want to gamble?
People want to gamble.
Put 1 sympathy here. 1 point.
I'm thinking we could do
And,
a seats 1, 2
then
versus
I'll
seats 3, 4
spend-
maybe.
We could do that, yeah. So we've got a. I don't think there's.
No, people are saying they think Corvids in the second best spot. So seats
Okay.
1, 3 or 1,
So-
1, 3, 2, 4 maybe.
If you organise in this clearing, I'm certainly less able to go and hit the Vagabond.
I think I like
with
1,
needing
3,
to
2, 4.
pay
All right, we'll do that.
Cards certainly is going to dissuade me. As a quick point.
Yeah, but I'll have to get online somehow.
That's true.
Not much options.
Yeah,
for me.
it's true. It's true.
Sorry.
Yeah,
So
probably needs to be 2 minutes.
okay,
I
so
feel like 2 minutes is the best way to
Yeah. All right, you degenerates, gamble.
go.
okay, so then I'll spend 3 cards to other one goes to dominance. And I want to put another sympathy here
Okay.
for
Sympathy pretending it's a building.
another point. In the daylight.
I would like to see a train here.
Sorry, was this? Sorry, I just spaced out for a second. You just spread this with these 2 cards?
3.
3
Or-
cards.
Oh, you did
I
spend 3
also use the dominance.
Oh,
card.
I see. Thank you. Sorry.
No problem.
I would like to see a
So
train
then
here as
in
well.
my
I do feel like the Woodland
daylight
Alliance spread themselves out
actions,
a
I
little
want
thin
to
with that
craft
second
tunnels.
base.
The big issue with the second base is they only had 3
And,
officers, so they lost 2 instead of 1, or they lost.
And, I put another one in my supporter stack.
He didn't have the cards to do.
In the evening,
Yeah.
Oof.
I
That's
have
rough.
3 actions, so I will recruit here. I need to organize.
I think I would have rather seen a organize move.
Sorry, that organized will go to the coffin makers.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, I would have preferred to
thanks for
see
reminding
a move organized recruit and just leave that warrior there for
so I
now.
get
Mhm.
2 points.
Because now you're opening yourself up to people camping on your base
And I
and
have 1
outruling you
action left.
as a form of policing.
I don't think anyone's gonna do
I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but I think
not
that's
much to do, so
you
I'll
open yourself
just
up to that possibility
put
when
another-
before
put
it was
another
not
die
one.
here. And my turn.
Yeah.
Draw
Recruited twice and
2
organized
cards.
once.
Okay.
It's full 3
And
actions.
then in my turn.
Rounding up, yeah, Gagnito. That's what I was attempting to say. They rounded up their loss when they didn't
So-
necessarily need to.
I suppose it comes to me to be doing something about this Vagabond.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
It always comes to the
I have
moles to be
no
doing
intention
something about
to
this
do anything
Vagabond.
about this.
no.
I think it might have to be a combined task force from the 2 of us.
No, I definitely think.
Ooh.
I
Well, you
couldn't-
definitely shouldn't do it if the crows do nothing because they're
I
getting 1, 2, 3, 5 point flip.
Mm.
You're hitting me for a 4 point quest but the crows are getting a 5 point.
I'm hitting
It's
you
a
for
9-point quest.
for a
You have
9
2.
point quest.
Well, it's 2 different turns though. I won't be able to do both on one turn.
You can.
I would have to repair a crossbow and a boot, and I have only 1 hammer.
Oh, this is true. This is true. That does change
in
it.
a second,
Actually,
Hammer.
that does change it.
So the question then
In which case,
is there a world where Corvids win on the next turn?
to be doing something about.
They have a flip worth
5.
5 points, which would put them at 25. With
I see 4 sympathy on the board, in 2 of them in Corvid clearings.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's an easy 2
you're-
points.
You're saying you're not going to
With
be
a good craft.
I don't think I'm positioned to do it
You know,
effectively.
craft a coins, craft a
Because
Crafted
I'm
coins.
crows. I have crows.
craft a tea or a hammer.
They've got the ability to
You
craft
can't recruit
coins.
in, say,
I have
rabbit.
1 in my supply.
And that's an issue.
There's a world where Corvids win on their next turn.
Right. And
Well,
I don't think
Back at the
that
start of Birdsong,
You
right?
weren't supposed to point
Linen
that out.
pointing that out was a
So 3.
bad decision,
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah, that's a good point. In which case, I feel like
I do think if I was Linen at this point, I
I don't
would
wanna
go
feel
for
like
the
we-
first, though.
I feel like we can both hit him once, like to a mediocre.
Depending on
degree,
what
that
the
might
box
be
is.
fine.
the trouble is it costs me really 2 cards to get it in here. And at a time when cards are very valuable.
Are they getting in there to police the
expensive.
Vagabond?
I think so.
And if I'd hit them too hard, then you might just do nothing about it.
I think
So
I would leave the Vagabond to the Corvids.
yeah.
And I would focus on the Corvids.
I don't even know if you need to do anything
Just like
about the Vagabond. I mean, you could.
do it.
If I'm
Vagabond wants to go to the
Vagabond is a 2-turn
forest.
clock no matter
You
what.
can-
Right, Vagabond's on a 2-turn clock no matter what you do, so it's a waste of
Yeah.
policing.
So it's less so
Instead,
the number
you
of
can either
moves
attempt
and
to
more so the
outrace.
number of-
Moles could go heavy on something
I
that
can
scores
dig
this
into
turn and hope to leverage that into heavy scoring next turn
a card
for a
big
2-turn
and a
win.
card for the-
Or you police Corvids, which, if you look at the map, you can see that they are within range.
Which is
I feel
equally
like
bad.
it'd be much better to police Corvids.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Sympathy.
Which is why I was saying if
I'd
the
still
Woodland
like-
Alliance.
I like how the
Really
Vagabond is like,
Vagabond,
I'm
to
gonna
be
hang
honest.
out in the sympathy
Right.
Okay.
clearing.
No,
If there is
Okay,
a.
let,
Corvids,
here's what they're talking
if you're gonna hit the Vagabond, that's fine. That makes perfect sense. I get it. But if this is allowed to flip, that's 5
Yeah.
points. He could craft coins. He could craft 2 teas. He's got a lot of crafting potential and a 5-point flip. It's completely possible that he wins next turn.
Yep, Linen knows what's up.
And the laws of roots say
It's
police
not
collect.
possible that the Vagabond wins next turn.
Linen's right.
I appreciate him
Hitting the Vagabond makes sense. I agree.
Duncan, you have a bet. Your bet's on number 2. I see it.
This
The
should
prediction
not be allowed
disappears
to
when the
flip.
poll's over, but will pay out. But the little like 2 symbol next to your name, that's where showing that you bet.
Yeah. All right, yeah, let's do a quick look around at the factions to see what items are sitting on boards. Corvids are sitting on an exhausted coins and bag. Vagabond is Vagabond, of course. Woodland Alliance has no crafted items currently,
I don't know.
and
Well, I got tunnels.
I
said items.
if I try and make this plot not flip, whether the Vagabond
Last I checked, tunnels were not an item.
I will also
be
say
hit
though,
by the crows,
if
and if
the
we don't hit you this turn, I feel
well,
like
no,
if
if
the
you take
duchy
lost
had gone
2
to
out,
attack
like,
the
there's nothing in
Vagabond
range
and
for
lost
me.
two
Yeah.
warriors, that's another point for the crows.
1, 2,
Had they convinced them to do
Yeah.
that decision.
Yeah, coffin makers.
you could
Yeah.
very easily.
Because Coffin Makers is still a
recall,
thing,
You
so
could very
like,
easily.
any
have
fighting
5
that happens
points
right now with
none
the
of teas,
with the
none of
moles
swords have
is
gone.
going to
I do
feed
not
the
have 5
crows.
points in crafting.
Yeah, that's actually a good point about policing the Corvids.
Like, I can't say that bindingly, but
Because
Yeah.
Oh, can't say it bindingly.
sorry, I've played too much Dune.
I also
5
believe in the
points
thief.
crafting,
I am very
I think you said.
hopeful.
That is not what that means.
I honestly think Hat and the Cat has a good shot at the win here if they see it and do it right.
What's that? Tell me.
Well, as
Tricky decision.
a
Because I can't do both what I want to do and also. what I
hammer or
need to
tea
do.
craft could turn this into a 1-turn win. Then
And it's costing
no, I don't think so,
so
Qatar. I
much
don't think
to
there's
do the Vagabond.
any world where the tempo works out for
Too
that.
much,
right.
Perhaps.
Yes.
But Moles, I think, could have this if they build like 2 markets.
If I don't do anything
in that
I
bunny
won't
clearing,
skyrocket in points.
get.
If you don't do anything, crows will be forced to hit Vagabond.
Oh no, I see
And
what
they'll also
Katari
get
is
their
saying, and that
5-point
is
flip.
actually accurate.
And whatever crafting they have.
No,
Mm-hmm.
no,
And
never
I'll
mind.
go to the
My brain
forest, and then
stopped functioning.
you'll be dealing with a
Because
crows
they need to
at
use
like
the hammer to
26,
repair one of the
27
items
points
because they don't
next
have
turn.
any. They don't have one quest and
Well, I'm in the
items
fort.
entirely.
That's true.
Yeah.
But if I do something about the crows, then you get your 4 points.
And I get my... Yes, I get my 4 points.
Plus whatever you else you want to do with that.
It's not going to be...
Yeah, I think if Mole's set up with 2 markets,
That's
Three.
sick.
they could score Baron of Dirt for 2 points.
And
6
then...
with
They
2 points off. You already have this sword.
they have 1 tunnel on the map. Okay, so that's Duchess of Mud is dead
Seems
right
like
now,
both of you
but
can win, and whoever I hit, will
you can either sway a Squire or you can
If
banker
you hit
for some extra
crows,
points.
Then crows can still
They'll
hit
draw
me.
up next
If you
turn,
hit me...
and let's see, that would have given that would put them at like
So we could
21, 23.
That's what I was.
There's a world where that,
Play to turn order,
with some
then I'll
crafting
start
or
after
just
you.
a solid
Is
next
that
turn,
alright?
where that's a
They
win.
can't.
I'm sure they could, but would
I'm
they?
sure they
I do
could
think
as
I
well.
agree with Linen in this case that if the moles hit the crows can hit the Vagabond.
I mean,
but if
what
the moles hit
would
the
it last?
Vagabond, the
Where do you-
Vagabond can't do crap.
Where do you
about the
sit with
crows.
this?
I just don't see any reason to hit the Vagabond, because the Vagabond is on a
Yeah, I'll go
2-turn
with the
clock.
turn order.
I think no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, maybe there's some...
There's a weird
Yeah.
way it could be a
With
3-turn
these
clock with some
big
fancy
well,
footwork, but 2-turn
just,
clock is very accurate.
Point machine
3-turn block?
anyway.
Yeah, because
Point
if
farm.
they
At this
Yeah.
do a
point.
quest here and then
Okay.
everybody gangs up on them and sends
in
them to the
which case-
forest.
Right, okay, so
Like I said, with some fancy
I
footwork,
mean,
it could be a
sure,
3.
it could be a 12-turn clock if
Well, no,
players
it
are
can't. It
making...
actually can only be 3. Max.
You're gonna not
No,
build this
but-
one, but I'm gonna build.
If you're opening it up to people making mistakes,
markets.
there is no limit to
Well, mistake with that.
to going to questing and not going to the forest.
Got it.
two.
Okay.
The Vagabond just should go to the forest no matter what, is my point.
I agree with that statement. I'm just saying that
It's
they
the
might
point of it.
choose not to
That's
to
not
police
binding,
another
right?
faction.
Yeah.
Right, and I think that's a
in the
mistake,
same way that you
basically.
don't have 5
fair.
points. It's not binding. So that's those 2 revealed, and that's both of my daylight actions.
I like that.
First thing I'll do ministers first, so I don't forget. Baron of Dirt.
Wow,
will
didn't
get me,
Mole
2
spend
points,
a bunny
and I
ambush
don't
already?
score,
They got it back.
for the
They did
tunnels.
indeed.
I will not banker.
No banker. Okay.
I will.
We better see Esquire sway then.
I hope so. Honestly, I still would banker that one last card because you're gonna have to discard them anyway.
Right. Like I see very little reason
Not to banker.
not to
just
banker
one
unless
card.
it's a craft that you're going to.
Unless it's that's fair. That's fair. Erzad, this one's going.
Captain. I will
Interesting.
Brigadier move.
Yeah. No, it's been a very interesting game.
Yeah, it's very close. I think there's no one's been out of contention the entire time. It's just stress,
And I might just have to hope I can roll well enough,
and he doesn't have an ambush.
Ooh, I don't like leaving this to
because
rolls.
I don't really have anywhere else to pull forces for, because
I
I'm Woodland.
This does have the potential to shut down Morrow's game, though.
Attack be here.
It does. I mean, it
It's
just
a-
ensures
Okay,
the
then
Warriors
everyone
doesn't
still
even
gets
remove
another
the
turn.
plot.
I'm not going to win this turn anyway.
But
Okay.
you would win the next
I'm
turn if
Thief again, Erzad.
I think you can.
Thief
hit
doing
me.
very well. Thief
You
on a
just
2-turn
probably
clock.
don't
Like,
want to.
guaranteed nothing the table can do about it.
Mm.
Okay, I will battle the crows here. I hope we roll.
I choose not to ambush.
Choose not to ambush. If anything, this is helping you with coffin makers.
There you go.
Oh.
So,
Okay, there's still no... They don't flip.
Everybody dies, though.
I lose 2.
Everybody dies. That's not ideal.
Get a point.
Their Coffin Makers is going to fire, but that does prevent the flip.
I do love coffin
That's the
makers having
first,
that +1.
Mayor and the Brigadier.
Yeah, it's cute.
That tool is nice because I always forget
If
what
I want
actually
it,
triggers it sometimes.
It's every
I
5
do.
warriors.
Yes, I understand that now.
I will. Yeah, actually, I will.
Yeah, see Coyote. I think...
do the,
I always thought that Thief was, like,
and I'll-
solid.
3
Like
cards,
solid,
points.
steady B tier. And Despot Infamy,
3.
Decreasing focus on Infamy and onto the whole kit just
Four
means
extra
that Thief,
points in my
being that jack of all trades, elevates it to A tier.
Why are they discarding those?
Should be using the cool button.
Oh, is this
Banker?
No, that's just the.
That's pretty much all I can do. That comes back to my hand.
I'm
That
not
gets
sure.
discarded. I dropped.
Yeah, that was banker.
That was
Yeah, they're
banker.
up at 23.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
Yeah, so they went back on their initial
Back
statement.
boot.
Good. I'm glad. I'm
happy to see that banker.
See, here the thing is, if the thief goes into the forest, I don't
I get the
know.
coffin maker's point. Sorry, that's not optional.
Do moles have it for
It's possible.
thief? And that's kind of why I'm saying, like, I don't know if thief goes into the forest here, if they want to hit the moles to kind of slow them down.
I don't know that there's. Cat, can we not?
No, she
I'll
must
spend this
decide
fox dominance
how
to
to
recruit
wander in
foxes.
circles around us.
I don't
run
know that
away.
there's any amount of policing the Vagabond can do with its limited policing power to stop moles, is my feeling. Vagabond can chew through a theoretical maximum of 5 moles.
Woodland Alliance, take your coffin residue back.
That's fair.
Daylight actions.
How do we rank each faction?
That's a loaded question.
By their cuteness. What's up with people in tier lists?
People like
That's
them.
right.
I mean, clearly this is just an excuse to start the
So do my
podcast, Jay.
bother.
Gregula, it was Adventurer in that game. We did have a Harrier game in a different one, though.
I think
They went
got scared.
aggressive infamy farming from like turn 1, turn 2, and with everyone, and it didn't work out. I think for various reasons, including like just optimization of turns. But Harrier is viable. I've done enough Despot Infamy testing of Harrier that we know it's viable.
Also, just for everyone's sake, the top of all of these lists for me is lizards. Just point blank.
Oh god.
Erzad, that tier list is unpinned. It hasn't been pinned in quite a while. It's also very outdated. It was just sort of a reaction to the previous winter tournament, just sort of how things did in that tournament. And people were taking it as definitive, like they were taking it as prescriptive instead of descriptive, and that's not what tier lists are. So
Plot.
I mean, if you want to check out the stats for this tournament that are slowly going up, you can check out makecraftgame.com. I think one of the pictures on the top bar will take you to it. The one that says tier tournament. If you just like hit the picture, it'll take you to the overall stats page. So, but I mean, right now the Erie are doing a pretty solid showing.
yeah, so far Erie are kicking the tournament's butt.
After that, Woodland Alliance
League
is actually
Adventures
coming up.
mice off of the
And Lord
boots.
of the Hundreds. Woodland Alliance and Lord of the Hundreds
Battle
are
of the
probably on the
Sympathy
next
token.
list for that.
Would you care to ambush?
Nope.
Okay. I score a point for removing that. I have 1 daylight action left.
Yeah, so I think there's a world where maybe if Corvid had taken the lead on policing moles, Thief could have picked up the slack, and together they could have done it and bought an extra turn. I think that was maybe Corvid's best path to victory.
So the Vagabond can actually win this turn.
Move these.
How's that?
And then in evening I
Can I see
will
their board?
battle this sympathy token.
We'll look at it in a
No
second.
ambush.
Score a point.
Yeah, see, Coyote. If people understand
I
that
do
tier
not
lists
regard
are just a
Guerric
description
archers
of the
and
meta
defensive
and not
forward
a
lines.
a definition of some sort of objective truth, it's great. It's just I know we were having a lot of issue when I had the
Cool.
tier list posted previously that people were
Okay.
taking it as gospel.
Yeah, no.
Did you,
They
I
can win.
think you forgot to give me cards for.
They
the
just need
outrage.
to, if they refresh the hammer,
Two
the,
cards.
Did I what clearance
oh
did I
wait,
baffle?
no.
Bunny,
Never mind.
mouse.
I'm a liar.
I think it was this
Uh,
one.
need one more
Bunny mouse, yeah.
If they had an
This
extra
one.
So this is all I had in my hand.
move, then they could have done it.
It is
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think they had enough mobility
Okay,
for
they do
anything
not
you were
have the
thinking.
mobility to
That's
do
fine.
anything I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but stuff by Rudy, they've been in one game, so
Okay, 2 from the deck.
Can you see the Vagabond board again?
yeah, we'll go back to it. I'm just following the action.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I would
refresh
just slip into
this.
the forest.
That's number 1.
Yeah, if Corvids
This is
aren't gonna
number
help you
2.
out with the moles, I think you just go to the forest and have your guaranteed win next turn, and just hope that moles don't have it in some
Yeah,
way. Maybe
because
they got
if-
bad
if-
card draws,
This
maybe
is
they get bad
number
rolls,
3.
something like that.
Yeah, like I can see Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
it's not possible.
to.
Unless he's got wait, if he's got a T in hand, he can do it. No, never mind. If he's got a hammer in hand, he can do it.
How's that?
Never mind.
Yeah, I was like, this is not.
Here.
You're running into the same issues over and over.
And I am going to.
We're not going to the forest. I'm already concerned.
Lost this bag to aid the crows.
Okay.
I will give the crows this card, and I will
We-
take this boot.
I don't understand.
I will use this hammer to craft
A hammer.
Hammer.
Very nice.
Okay, so that's
I
2
like
points.
that. Get your points.
VR.
2 points.
Can you do it?
6 points with.
I will
Two
use
boots
the
and
new
two
hammer
swords?
to repair this boot.
I don't think he can. Unless
I will
got...
use the boot to move back here. I will do this quest for 4 points.
Where did that boot come from? Oh, right, there's no warrior.
Yep, and that's it.
And I will initiate
A
a
battle against the
Woodland
sympathy
Alliance
for the
here.
2 points.
I told you.
You were gonna craft a boot for me.
Wow.
Yeah, that boot craft actually gave it to him.
I don't want my name on the record. as a
Yeah.
Liar.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I am so freaking
The
happy
Corvid
right now.
Bootcraft did it.
The Corvid Bootcraft 100% did it because he needed that boot
Did you have it Woodland Alliance?
move
for
back.
your turn? Probably not.
Wow.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
What a finish.
Oh, I love it so
Yeah,
much.
I drew.
Garrick, pay out that poll.
Yes, pay out the poll. Wow. Good going, Linen. That was some gameplay if I've ever seen it.
Sympathy would have been enough as well.
Choose outcome, seat
Oh,
2 or 4.
That was a 2.
Wow.
Well
All right,
done,
let's go
guys.
congratulate them.
Good game, well done.
Yeah, good game.
Good game, everyone.
Yeah, great game. Congratulations to Linen. That was great, everyone.
Isn't that the first Vagabond win?
It is indeed.
Yes, there was one game where the thief was Kingslayed at the end. They had a win, and the table decided to deny it, and King makes someone else.
Vagabond win in your heart, I remember.
yes. So this is the first legit win. And congratulations. That was a great game, everyone.
It was a great game.
We will see all of you in round 2 if you're willing to come back. Thank you for playing. And we will see all of you viewers tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with our next game. So we'll catch you then. Have a great one. Thanks everyone for playing.